Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of May 7th, 2023. We normally start the show off with a big intro, but if you guys know that we have an issue that we address, we always like to hit at the top of the show so we can back out. We wanted to throw a shout out to the Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Another member of our fraternity, Sarah Lee, former WWE Tough Enough winner, and she was an Impact talent for a very short time. Either way, her autopsy that was reported outside of this past October is that her death was ruled by suicide.
Yes.
And so anytime we lose a member here in the family, we always like to make sure this goes up first. And we always preface this as if you need to talk to somebody, our channel's always open, our Facebook is always open, our Twitters are always open, the email address, everything we shoot you guys. If you have to talk to somebody, hit us up.
If you need help, get help.
Yeah. So we're going to back out. We're going to take a short intermission, give a moment of silence, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of May 7th, 2023. We got Special K, Sweet Tea, and yet to be determined here in the house right now. Big Bad John is not present.
He is actually on call for next week's get together. He's not here.
Yeah, he's got a big week ahead of himself.
He may or may not be doing something else that we might have a snippet of.
We can't get into too much detail right now.
Well, I mean, we could, but then y'all would already know.
Then you stop watching. Right?
Then you wouldn't
we don't want
stay
that
tuned for the rest of the show.
The fact that you stay tuned at all is frankly a fucking miracle.
I mean,
all right,
between him and him.
First of all, people think I'm really nice and fun.
They don't know you like I do. You're changed.
I
It's
really like
different.
to meet those people.
You know what? I'd come here for this.
And then ask him, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Since I have no friends, how's your Sunday?
Well, I mean, I feel loved. No, it's great. Got some wrestling shit to talk about. One of the best pay-per-views in the last 10 years.
Absolutely
Last night.
top bars.
From beginning to end, was on my seat, was enjoying it like a wrestling fan for once, which is tough. There was some slaps that were counted and points given away.
This is some bullshit, by the way.
Yeah, the one time.
I know.
But no, we've got a hell of a show loaded today.
Yes, we do.
I say we get into it.
Well, hold on. We still have introductions to make.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, Max, this inconsiderate prick forgot to ask you how your Sunday was.
I'm doing good now. I have a really long week though. I've been busy.
Yeah,
I've been really busy.
What you been up to this week?
I've been in constant communication with my cracked photographer.
Your cracked
wait,
photographer.
Your cracked photographer or your cracked photographer?
No, well,
because those are two different things.
He may have a second job.
Bitch.
Tremendous.
Terrible.
You were saying.
What's up, Jelly Bean?
My photographer, Peter Olson.
Oh, Peter Olson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peter Olson.
That name sounds kind of familiar.
Don't
a little bit.
Don't play around. Hold on.
Hey.
You ain't gonna tell me just because you ain't got a curl in your hair and you're wearing glasses that you fool me. I know how this works. I know how this works.
I'm not saying I'm Superman, but I can guarantee you've never seen it.
Well,
anyway, Peter Olson.
We might see some of his work today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is a crack photographer Peter
Olson.
Olson's work today.
You know what?
What's
you
that?
You just know that it's good work with a man named Peter Olson.
Well, Peter Olson, yeah, it's like
best of both worlds.
Do you have any pictures of Peter Olson, or how much you offering?
Or at least the Olson. Don't show us the Peter.
The best of both worlds.
It's the best
like hot ice.
of both worlds.
Like hot ice. You heat up the ice cubes.
Heat up ice cubes.
Yeah,
this has gone on way too long.
Yeah, this
has gone on way too long. Derek the Devastator.
Uh-oh.
You got to make that money.
Well,
right?
I'm not even sure what you'll reference, but
first off, Derek the Devastator is a badass name.
Derek is one of our major wrestling creators on TikTok.
Yes.
That followed us a little while ago. Awesome. Welcome back to the chat, Derek.
Yes, welcome back. Yeah. We appreciate having everybody come back. We hope the show's good for everybody.
Yeah. We hope it's as good for you as it is for us.
It's really good. It's really good for him.
Well,
we got some great bullshit at the end of the show, so stick around.
Yeah.
You're
all right. Well,
if you're watching this after it went live, just fast forward.
On the subject of pretense, let's imagine there's an adult driving this car, and let's see what the first story is, Luke. Because I am so fascinated.
Is that what we're doing? Are we going to cover stuff today?
You know what? I imagine we did have this little thing we got going on, where we occasionally have to give out some news before some dickweed gives us a bunch of birthdays that no one knows when they are.
You know, it was that one guy in that movie who played a cop.
Could have heard about him.
Right, no, first on the draft. The draft is officially complete.
Tremendous. Who ended up where?
Well, a lot of people ended up different places.
Oh, that's good.
The first two major draft picks that come into play were Roman Reigns to SmackDown
and Cody Rhodes to Raw.
Yeah. Well, we have put a lot of speculation to rest. The Usos did go back.
Hold on. Appreciate the shout out. Can't wait for this episode. Says Derek the Devastator.
Well, thank you, Derek.
Derek also shouted out Jelly Bean. They reciprocated back to the show.
I hope it's really boring.
Cody Rhodes to Raw.
Good luck.
Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair switch brands.
There was this kid in kindergarten named Polly who was a prick, and I used to sing that song at him when I beat him up. And that's a story about me being in kindergarten. I can eat that fucker.
You don't remember.
You were saying.
Give it to Jasper.
Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair traded gifts. Here we go. Read off Raw for me, Caleb.
I would if I could. All right.
That's the best I get you.
That's fine. All right. So Raw's current roster. This is post-draft.
Post-draft.
All right. So this is everyone on Raw. We have Cody Rhodes, Becky Lynch, Gunther, Giovanni Vinci. That's what that looks like.
Yeah, that is it.
Yes.
Ludwig Kaiser. A member of
that's all of Imperium.
Yeah. All of Imperium.
Matt Riddle, Drew McIntyre, The Miz, Shinsuke Nakamura. I cannot make out that. Indy Hartwell. Eric Ivar. Valhalla.
Yep.
Dexter Loomis. Candice LeRae. Mace. Mansoor. Maxine Dupree. Catalia. Apollo Crews, Sonya Deville, Chelsea Green,
yes.
Zoe Stark, J.D. McDonough, Rhea Ripley, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Kevin Lucas, Ian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, Trish Stratus, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, Ricochet, Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed, Chad Gable, Otis, Katana Chance, and Caden Carter.
Yes. As for SmackDown, if you'll turn that to me, I'll read the SmackDown ones for everybody.
If you can't make them out,
we got Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, Bianca Belair, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, Edge, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles.
Oh, that's much better. So much better. Thank you, Max.
Michin, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Alba Fire, and Isla Dawn, who are the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Where did I leave off here? Okay. Top Dollar, Ashante the Adonis, and B-Fab, which is Hit Row.
Yep.
Lacey Evans, Austin Theory, Charlotte Flair, both Usos. Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega, Santos Escobar, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, Asuka.
Joaquin Wilde.
Yes, Joaquin, sorry. Sheamus, Ridge Holland, Butch, Karrion Kross, Scarlett, LA Knight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No.
Shotzi.
Thank you.
Kit Watson.
We got both Pretty Deadly.
Yeah.
Rick Boogs and Cameron Grimes.
Yeah.
Now, there is some missing from that.
The free agents list.
Odyssey Jones went to Raw.
Yep.
Grayson Waller went to SmackDown.
Yes.
Dana Brooke. Several of the undercards, Tozawa.
Yeah.
Them boys went to Raw. SmackDown didn't get a whole lot of anything, but that is how we're
We
set.
also
for
have
now.
Brock Lesnar as a free agent, along with Dolph Ziggler. Almost, and a tag team.
MVP.
No, Shelton Benjamin and
Cedric Alexander. Yeah.
So there you go, guys.
It's a big list.
Hello, nerd with your nerd hair. That's my stepson, kids.
The making of the money reference was about to crack photographer.
Oh, yes.
That makes sense. Got to make money moves somehow.
All right, so we have Raw and SmackDown established.
Yes.
We have the next series of news coming out with the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, which we'll get to here in a few.
Yeah.
But first, and most importantly, if you notice in the draft list, when you were talking about Raw, you said Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. Who is under a significant contract dispute right now.
Also injured.
Yes. So the current news coming out of the WWE is that Drew and the WWE cannot come to agreements on time and money, essentially. The extension of Drew's contract and the amount of money he's willing to be paid for those dates. Nerd says, who do you think is going to win the heavyweight championship, son? We will answer that here in just a little while.
Just a moment.
Yeah.
Let's see. Drew McIntyre, he gets drafted to Raw.
Yep.
He's still got till like September, I think.
Yep.
On his contract, maybe October. I'll have to check the dates on that, make sure. But you draft him, and then with this big inclusion of the world title tournament, you don't include him.
Right.
Which says that, okay, I thought because they drafted him, maybe they had reached a new agreement.
Right.
They have not.
No.
So Drew McIntyre's future within the WWE, especially on Raw, is up in the air right now.
Yeah. I'm going to throw, at least meet him to a more amenable contract agreement.
Right.
Whether or not it's money, time, or both, that can't be said. But he's too hot of a commodity, I think, for the WWE right now with the new world title scope. With Cody Rhodes being the figurehead on Raw, Roman on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Drew's not a guy that can afford to just let go.
You can't, because people are going to put up money for Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. So
the man is single-handedly carried the WWE through the pandemic.
Right.
He never got a chance to be world champion in front of a live audience, though he carried.
He also arguably single-handedly sold out Clash of the Castle.
Yeah.
So the idea that they would let Drew go without reaching some agreement, especially now that the hiring freeze is over.
With Wembley in August.
Well, and we're also now moving into the Endeavor sale.
Yeah.
They can't afford to lose one of their top stars before their
money's considering it's an international superstar.
Exactly.
Well,
so I imagine they will reach a number, probably a little $500,000 more than he asked for, with 3 years. So we'll say $3.5 million to 3 years, which is completely amenable by the WWE.
Considering, royalty rights, free trans,
so
this, that.
I don't imagine he's going to let the contract expire. That's a bargaining chip.
He's Randy Orton and everybody right now.
Well, yeah.
When Randy did the elite thing.
But frankly, who else right now on the roster that has their contract up could do that successfully, number one?
With that much swing? No.
And have the desired effect.
Sheamus.
That's pretty much the only one.
Yeah, he might be the only one.
You could use Shinsuke or AJ as international marketing rights, but nobody else. NJPW doesn't want Drew and Sheamus as much as they would love to have
AJ Styles. Yeah.
But the WWE could not afford for Drew to go to AEW because Tony Khan will pay him to do fuck all.
Well, do we think that because of the hiring freeze that took place with WWE during the transition of the cell, do you think that has something to do with the fact of why they can't get the contract laid out yet?
No. I think they were offering him a deal probably 3 or 4 months before the sale that he wasn't happy with. And that's just from their corporate structure alone. You have to allow independent contractors who are contracted with you in the state of New York, which is where their DUNS LLC is filed, at least 6 months to get out of their contract. So if they're bargaining out and if they're not getting released,
right.
The WWE doesn't want to go public and say we released Drew McIntyre, so they had to make an offer. And he just probably wasn't happy with the number. Keep in mind, the WWE implemented a ton of budget cuts this year and promised another $50 million for the rest of the fiscal year.
Yeah.
They probably drew something comparable to what he's making or less, because you really couldn't leave your job if you're making the amount of money you were already making, unless you wanted more.
Derek the Devastator says, agreed, Drew is box office material. If WWE let Drew walk, it's not going to be a good look at all. It's not.
Exactly.
It's really not.
Agreed.
Well, John Wagner writes, okay, my question is why the blue hell was Bray Wyatt once again let go? Bray Wyatt was not let go. The huge bill, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's the deal. Bray Wyatt was not let go. The writer for Bray Wyatt was let go.
Right.
And they have officially, as of last week, hired a new writer specifically for Bray Wyatt.
Because, a talent can't just go into a wrestling ring and wrestle without having some ridiculous fucking storyline.
Hello, Yanni.
Heaven forbid. Yanni says, hello, gents. Pretty damn good pay-per-view last night. Was the Lesnar shot to the turnbuckle legit? Or oops?
It was legit. There's no doubt in my mind it was legit.
It was legit, but it was hard way. The argument that I made, which we'll get into for the pay-per-view, is that's the first time at a WWE broadcast that the camera didn't cut to black and white. And
it's also one of the first times a referee didn't put on gloves.
They do that specifically with unanticipated blood spots.
I think.
Do we want to pick numbers real quick?
Pick numbers?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
7.
Bad weather.
Oh, yeah, guys, sorry.
We might have some internet problems.
Yeah. If for some reason we cut off completely, we will alert you on Facebook, and we'll get back into the thing. But there's some bad weather here.
I said 9.
I went 8.
You said 7.
Well, not... Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, as we were.
So, yeah, Drew McIntyre, hopefully gets...
If they let him go, it's a mistake. If they let that man walk for less than $50,000, what he was asking for, less than $50,000, I could make that argument.
Yeah.
If you let that man go for anything less than half of what he's making on the top percentage, you fucked yourself.
Yes, John, we're experiencing weather right now.
Yeah.
Next, Triple H, the press conference at Backlash, announced a tournament, basically a Gold Rush tournament for the newly crowned WWE World Heavyweight Champion at Night of Champions.
Can I just for a second reiterate that everyone needs to take a second and appreciate that belt?
It's pretty.
That is a gorgeous fucking belt.
It's definitely better than the toys they usually make.
That is the modern big gold, and anyone who doesn't like it, it's okay to be wrong sometimes.
Yeah. I will not be happy if Drew goes. He is the top favorite wrestler in WWE, Wolfie says.
Well,
he's up there.
We don't disagree.
What's going to take place? I'm going to break this down.
Yeah.
Piece by piece, because it gets a little confusing.
Yeah.
There will be 2 triple threat matches held on Raw, and 2 triple threat matches held on SmackDown, which I'll give the competitors as breaking news here.
A triple threat match, for those who don't know, is 3 competitors. So meaning that there are 6 from Raw and 6 from SmackDown in integrating matches.
Yes. With the winners of said matches going to the main event against each other on that night.
And then to follow up in 2 weeks at Clash of the Champions.
Yes, we'll know by the end of Friday Night SmackDown, we will know who is going to Night of Champions. Now, 12 men will take place in this tournament, and I've got the list of all 12 breaking news. Caleb, can you hit me with the breaking news thing? All right. From Raw, I'm going to say these slowly. From Raw, Seth Rollins.
Yes.
Finn Balor.
Yes.
Damian Priest.
Okay.
The Miz.
Yep.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yep.
And Cody Rhodes. Now here's my pick.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe that the 3 triple threat matches will be as follows: Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
And Shinsuke, Seth Rollins, and The Miz. That way, Cody overcomes both members of Judgment Day to go to the final.
And then what? The Miz, Shinsuke, and
Shinsuke, The Miz, and Seth Rollins. So.
Oh wait, no, Seth and Cody. Okay.
Yeah. And then on SmackDown, your wrestlers are Austin Theory, AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, and the Rated R Superstar Edge. And of course, the winner of those 2 triple threat matches will go on to the main event of SmackDown to decide who from SmackDown is going to challenge who from Raw.
Yeah. Well, there's
an interesting way to get Austin Theory back.
There's a lot of ways you can slice it. You can go with the obvious answers are Cody and Seth.
Cody and Seth again, most likely.
Yeah.
More than likely.
The
I
obvious
also
answer is
agree.
Cody and Seth. If you wanted to go outside of the box, you could do Edge and Seth. You could do Edge and Finn.
Well, you won't be able to do Cody and Seth because they're both in the Monday night.
Oh yeah, from your bracket. Yeah.
So from the Raw bracket, yes, but as at Night of Champions, honestly, I'm going to put my money
on. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to put my money on. I think Cody Rhodes is going to get screwed. Honestly,
yeah.
I think we're going to get Seth Rollins and Edge.
See, I'm going to say
AJ. Sorry,
I'm going to say Finn Balor and Edge
to blow off the Judgment Day.
The Judgment Day. Edge gets one last run as world champion. And never got a full run.
Right.
So what better way to usher him in as the world heavyweight champion of Raw?
John Wagner says, it'll be Rhodes and Lashley at Night of Champions. The professor has spoken.
I don't believe he has.
First off, the Professor Mike Tenay is still alive.
You
correct?
tell him, baby.
So you can't be the professor unless you've got somebody named Marianne.
Are you cutting a check?
Seth versus Edge, I can definitely see that, Derek says.
Seth and Edge, Finn and Edge. You could do
Seth and Edge would be good.
You could do Shinsuke and AJ again.
You could, but you're not going to.
You're not going to, but there's absolutely a matchup there. Edge and Damian, I guess, would still qualify.
Edge and Damian would be where I would want to see, but I think Seth and Edge is where we're going.
I don't disagree. However, let's consider the rest of the matchups. What about Austin Theory versus The Miz for the world title?
Could happen.
Now, textbook, clinically speaking, that match would be great.
Yeah.
They would both play to their strengths, both play to one another as heels. That could be a sleeper match we're going to see.
After Backlash, man, throw all your fucking promotion behind Damian Priest. Because the man killed it last night. When I get it right, you can cut my check.
Well, when you get it right, we'll let you know.
What kind of check would that be?
Was that the check that was signed saying Omos was going to win the Royal Rumble 2 years ago?
Pretty sure it was.
I believe it was. Did you write that check
Was
yourself?
that the same check that said Cody Rhodes was going to win at WrestleMania? I'm pretty sure it was.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Hey,
we're not over it yet.
I can't help it that you bought a ticket on the wrong train.
Derek said Austin versus Miz. That would be an underrated good match. Completely agree.
Yep.
Now, what about super off the wall? What about Shinsuke Nakamura versus Edge?
Or Shinsuke and Finn.
Well, that won't be able to happen because they're both on the same night.
Right.
I know,
but what about Shinsuke and Edge in the main event?
I'd be all right with that. Edge and
Austin Theory and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He beat Cena at Mania.
Exactly. Cody Rhodes comes in, beats the next it guy.
Yeah.
Austin Theory gets to go in on his U.S. champion saying he was #1 contender for the world title.
Well, here's the deal. We can make as many guesses as we want.
Well, we ain't going to know nothing until tomorrow.
We will know tomorrow night at least one half of Night of Champions main event by tomorrow
Which means that all of you will know by next Sunday what happened. Because we're going to recoup that news.
Yeah, we are.
And also, while we recap that news, is what I meant to say. While we're doing the news, you can also find us at Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. You can follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTD. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can check out ProWrestlingThrowdown.com for our official URL, or you can follow us at Streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown, where you can access the
merch store
and over at
the merch store.
You can buy our merch.
Yeah, you can. Why don't you tell them some of the specials we got going on?
We got this swanky pro wrestling. What? What
I forgot TikTok.
Oh, yeah. TikTok.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown1 or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. It's all the same shit. Find us.
We have an autism awareness shirt.
Yes, we do. We have the Pro Wrestling Throwdown summer tank top shirt.
We have the May drawing.
Keychain, Pro Wrestling Throwdown.
How can they get in on that drawing?
So any dollar you spend, any dollar you donate, you automatically get that many entries into the free merch giveaway. So if you spend $5, you get 5 entries. You spend $10, you get 10 entries. Also, don't forget that from the top of this broadcast to the end, if you purchase anything on the Pro Wrestling Throwdown merch store, you get 3 entries to the giveaway.
I say we give them 4.
All right.
I say we give them 4.
I'll give it to them. If you buy anything from the merch store, but from the time this broadcast started to the time it ends, you get 4 entries into the free merch giveaway.
4 times the entries.
4 times the entries.
Yes.
So if you spend $4, you get 16 entries.
Yeah.
Yes.
You spend $5, you get 20. I could do math all day. 6, I'm sure, is another number. It's 24 bucks.
We also have not on there. We have new flip flops of
Yes.
a couple different
If
kinds.
you want to flabber with the flip
Although
flop,
what we do have
is the swanky new.
not available yet.
Not yet. Those will go on on sale from June 3rd to July 3rd.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
they're not available yet. This is just a new item.
Those might be a special. Those might be a special. Might be seasonal.
We might knock some price off.
They might not even be available after that.
Yep.
So
get them while they're hot.
Get them while they're hot.
We also have a new
Pro Wrestling Throwdown chocolate.
I think our sales ended on those.
Did the sale end on these?
They are.
Well, let's bring it back. We want the Pro Wrestling Throwdown chocolate to celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Some on a stick.
We'll have a few new things coming out. So keep an eye on the merch store.
Absolutely.
The merch store.
I love it when he does that.
Merch store.
I hate it.
Do you?
Merch store.
Miserable.
Merch
So
store.
so.
Merch
Also,
store.
I would be. No.
Okay.
You got too gun shy, bro.
I'm looking at you right now.
No. Also, while you're at ProWrestlingThrowdown.com, our new website, be sure to check out the blogs.
Oh,
You can now leave comments for questions and everything.
And don't forget the Facebook group, Pro Wrestling Throwdown, on Facebook itself, that Max is the primary moderator on. He keeps the groups going.
Ways to stay up to date.
Absolutely.
Our
time changes, our promotions.
The blog on Pro Wrestling Throwdown.
Jarrett the Devastator says, John Wagner says, Caleb hitting puberty right in the middle of the show. John, I don't have time for you today. Jarrett the Devastator says, they are also good to throw at.
They are
tremendous.
They are. Them flip flops are good to throw. We proved that last night.
Yeah. If you got a chocolate, you can hurl it.
Yeah, right. Let's get back to where we were. And next,
hey, Wembley Stadium, AEW All In. I think it's August 27th. Has sold 70,000 tickets to the chagrin, I may add, of the internet wrestling community.
The sandals, he said.
That's
sandals,
right.
Yeah. Well, that flip flop. We'll get into that when we get into Backlash. But All Out's actually AEW's actually going to do it.
Now let's not forget all of the internet detractors who have said multiple things regarding, they're not going to sell more than 30,000 tickets, more than 40,000 tickets. They couldn't possibly sell out Wembley. Blah 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 blah.
They just crossed the 70,000 mark.
70,000. 22,000 could just be big enough for AEW's setup.
John Wagner says Drew might show. I heard rumors.
Well, your rumors are wrong. He's still under contract.
He will re-sign. There's no way they're going to let that happen.
Yeah, no. We're all in right now, baby. Literally.
Yeah.
70,000 strong. It doesn't matter. They don't have to sell another ticket. They've already.
You know why they sold out?
Why is that?
Because of the rumor of CM Punk.
Well, yes.
That's why the fans were like, "Hey, Punk's going to be there."
But that's not entirely true. UK fans specifically are always extremely loyal, especially to new events. AEW, first time they're going to be there. AEW also does great in the UK market. We've seen that before. They actually outdo WWE in UK ratings. This might be their WrestleMania. This might be their WCW in the Georgia Dome the night Goldberg won the world title.
The Nitro, yep.
Yeah,
yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
This could be their major takeaway.
Well, I don't have the list, but we went over it the other night at the bar, and I had to cut it for time for today. But the Dynamite card for this Wednesday is there's a cage match. John Moxley versus Kenny Omega.
The
Trios.
The House of Black defends the Trios titles.
Orange Cassidy defends the title against Danny Garcia.
International Championship. Yep.
Let's see, what else was there? There was several big matches. Christian Cage is going to be spoke to.
They've got a stat card leading up to the pay-per-view, which again isn't happening until August. But they're hitting their TV really hard right now.
They won't top the attendance record of Wembley Stadium for SummerSlam 92.
If they've already sold 70,000, they have.
Have they?
Yeah.
I thought it was 92,000 plus.
92,000 plus, but remember, the WWE scales the ticket size. If they hit 70,000 plus already, they're going to beat the WWE's record.
Well, what I was saying is you also got to look into the fact that at that...
That's fine.
Oh, yep. Thank you, Max. You were saying? Comments.
Oh, yeah. But no, like I was saying, back in the day with SummerSlam in 92 didn't have an entrance.
They didn't.
They literally come from a hole in the wall.
That's true.
So you have to add in the fact of the entrance.
And then remember, too, that Wembley's been remodeled twice since then with more capacity.
Well, but that's what
I'll read more than the original WWE show did due to scaling.
Also,
that's how they're going to
have. Also, you have to add in the fact of the box seats,
right,
and shit that they give away on radios.
Their general ticket sales, their general ticket sale is like €112, which translates to like $130 American.
Dude, they hit 40,000 before the tickets were allowed to the public.
Yeah. They've already grossed $10 million off the gate.
It's going to be a huge show, and here's the deal: anybody who wants to bitch and complain and moan,
sorry I'm late.
It's wrestling.
Happy Sunday.
Be happy you're getting it.
Well,
enjoy the show.
That's our general conversation,
which we're going to get into here in a minute with Backlash, because I
yeah,
enjoyed that as a fan last night, and that's hard for me to do.
Yeah.
Welcome, Astrid.
Welcome.
Fit check.
You two need to vamp. So
nailed it.
That's what I
Caleb has to empty his bladder from all the Miller Genuine Draft that he drank.
Hey, shut up, man. I don't come here to throw rocks while you're going. Thanks, Max.
Hey, you better wash your hands. All of us will hear it. But no, All Out's going to be great. Any more wrestling shows that you can get going is fantastic. Why don't you come over here and say hi to the people, Max?
Hey, hi to the people, Max.
All right, that's enough. Go away.
That's enough.
No, yeah. What do you think, Max? What do you think about All Out? Or All In, rather. It's a good sell. I mean, it's a good show. They're gonna, gonna stack the card.
I honestly don't have a whole lot to say about it because I don't really watch AEW.
Right, but I mean, you get.
I would like to.
Get the special. You're gonna be James E. Cornette versus Malcolm Bivens.
I know who's gonna win that match.
Or do they play? Do they play soccer at Wembley? What do they play there?
They play all kinds of things at Wembley, Max. The Foo Fighters played there once.
Queen played there.
Queen played there.
Well, there
and
you
the
go.
band.
There you go. Then now
Queen and the band.
That's what's going to happen, though.
Rugby, maybe.
Yeah.
A bit of rugby, maybe some cricket.
I'm lost now. I don't know
where
we're
cricket?
at. Why?
You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand cricket.
That's right.
Just so you know.
I'll teach you. That roll is 12 points. Get out of my chair, Max.
Caleb, come back.
Max, hold on. Oh, who won? John Wagner says, Max, the only man undefeated against me back in the day, my arch nemesis. Who got the number? Who nailed it?
How many was that?
He was counting.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's it. It's been done.
That's it.
Who won?
He's done?
Yep.
I won.
Hey!
Max, beat him again!
Seven.
All
Both
right.
times, number was 7.
Very nice. Nice
Atta boy.
All right, where were we?
Oh, we were talking about All In.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
All right,
Kenny Omega and CM Punk have a tennis match.
Yeah, they are.
Right?
Well, no, it's James E. Cornette and Malcolm.
No, shit!
Okay.
I read it wrong. Luke won with 7.
Luke won.
I had
well,
9.
I'll tell you
I beat you again.
If it's James E. Cornette versus Malcolm Bivens, I know who's going to win that fight.
That'd be Vince Russo, right?
I
know Russo's writing this shit.
Actually, that would be the NAACP. We'll talk about
We'll talk about that later. We don't talk about that right now. All right, what we got next?
I don't know.
All right.
Talk about Backlash?
Don't ever do that again.
Everyone who had their earphones in right now hates both of us.
Serious.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Don't do that. Don't sing songs like that.
Can't be helped. All right, so we're talking about Backlash.
Yeah.
What a great show.
It really was.
Like,
Do you have the lineup?
Oh, yeah.
wait, we're talking about it right now.
No, I mean, do you have for...
Oh, yeah, I've got it right here.
Yeah, and I got the points out here.
Yep.
Good
Yep,
go.
we're good. Here's the deal. It started the night, and it just grew from here. Bianca Belair and Io Sky in the opening match.
That was killer.
Insane
10
match.
out of 10.
Oh, yeah.
And we've all, again, for the record, if you've ever watched the show, I'm incredibly critical on women's wrestling.
Yeah.
Because I worked with women in training a lot. 10 out of fucking 10 women's match. One of the absolute best. We do have to talk about Io Sky busting her face off of
we rated that with 5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars.
Yep.
10 out of 10.
This is actually the picture before that happened.
Yeah. Bianca Belair, one arm press Io Sky up. She held herself as long as she could. When her grip left, she came cascading into the canvas, face first.
If she'd have had a nose like Charlotte Flair, to broken neck.
But the beautiful part was that was only halfway through the match. Not only did she not get her nose broken or bleeding, she got up and worked another 10 minutes.
She had a killer bruise right under her neck, though.
If you haven't watched, Io Sky was the fucking MVP of last night.
Well, and the MVP of this match was whoever made Bailey's pants.
Man.
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 I would love to shake her hand.
I'll shake your daddy's
I'd like
hand.
to shake your daddy's hand. Thank you for his work.
Derek the Devastator says that was a very good match. Both Bianca and Io went back to their NXT black and gold days. You're correct.
Yep.
And here's the deal. I hope now that WWE and Triple H was watching this match, because Io Sky is a future women's champion. I don't care what brand you put her on.
Do you see
I
the
agree
comment from
completely.
John?
What?
See John's comment?
That I'm better than you and you know it.
Not in your wildest dreams, sweetheart.
Go ahead.
Is he delusional?
Go ahead, Caleb.
Fine.
Go ahead.
Worst I ever been, you still ain't gonna be that good.
Even at my worst.
Even at my worst.
Bianca Belair, of course, hits the KOD for the 1-2-3, and we have still Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair.
She had outstanding fucking match too. All right. Everybody expected this match to be bad. Everyone did. How wrong we fucking were. Played to Omos' strengths. He didn't expose him at all. Seth bumped his ass off. Almost hit all of his spots clean. That's a textbook. How you bring in a big green guy against a seasoned worker match and make it look good.
Yeah.
If you don't go down and say that Seth Rollins is probably top 4 workers in the WWE right now, you're still wrong about 3 of them.
Yep. One of my favorite spots during the match was the big drive-by knee that he gave Omos.
Yeah.
Where he legitimately looked like he connected with the side of Omos' face and almost just shook him off like a bad case of fleas.
Yeah.
Here. Like that. It was over. Here's the deal, though. We did find out something about Omos last night that actually come under the radar. Did you know that he owned a Nigerian prairie farm? Did you know this before last night? Was that something that we had known before? It's
not the Nigerian prairie
It's built outside of
just
Suplex City.
On the Nigerian prairie.
I got you. Okay.
You're a bad person for that.
Seth Rollins, of course, hits the stomp, a kick out at 2.
Super stomp.
And super stomp
from the top rope to finish the match. Again, one big takeaway is it almost didn't look bad.
No.
He didn't look slow.
Nope.
He didn't look sloppy. All of his moves were tight. Seth did his job and made almost look like $1 million.
He bumped his ass last night.
I believe he got a 3.5 out of 5.
That was match number 2.
Yep.
We gave that 3.5.
3.5. Some of the matches, one of the matches specifically, went downhill because of the referee, and we'll get to that here in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Seth Rollins, super stomp, wins the match.
Yeah.
This is the match we were talking about.
This was the match that we went on multiple times yesterday on record and said, this is going to be the best match of the night.
And then the referee screwed it.
And it was the worst match of the night. And that's not a fucking insult, number 1.
Yeah, no.
Because it was still a great match. But it did not have the crispness, the tenacity it could have had because the referee kept getting in their way.
Good, even enough sense.
Yeah, agreed.
Here down.
If I'm not mistaken, Io was NXT Women's Champion before going to the main roster.
Yes, she was.
Seth worked almost to be pushed up and almost did so much better than his match with Brock in WrestleMania.
Yes, he
did. Seth made almost look good. Enough said. Completely agreed.
100%.
Seth did his job. This match, from out the gate, got ruined, and not by anyone in the ring that was wrestling it, but by the referee.
The referee didn't know when to get out of the way. No. He stutter stepped half the match.
Botched several of Austin Theory spots. Botched several camera spots. The referee is the reason this match did not look that great.
Although
it was still a fairly good match.
Yeah, it was test of strength everywhere. This was the drop kick from Austin Theory when he had Bronson Reed in the I almost called it the Master Lock.
Yeah,
the Hurt Lock.
The Hurt Lock.
Here's the deal. The finish was great. Austin Theory
not only out of the ring, Bronson Reed okey-doked him over the guardrail back toward the ring.
Here's the deal. Austin Theory, okey-doke champion of the world.
Yeah, agreed. I was rereading.
Okay. So, again, Austin Theory pins Bronson Reed to retain the U.S. Championship and take the title to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe my exact words were, he just okey-doke thing.
We go from one great women's match to open to yet another instant classic.
That 3 stars.
Yeah.
3 stars. That was just because of the referee. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure got fired this morning.
Zelina Vega looked like $1 million.
She did.
And what a great emotional story. We had Zelina, native to Puerto Rico, main eventing the women's main event against the women's champion. For all intents and purposes, we can agree that Rhea Ripley's a little hotter than Bianca right now as far as fan reception.
Super hotter than Bianca right now.
She's against the top woman of the company. She gets a fucking semi-main event spot with one of the best women workers in her home country in gear that is modeled after her home country. What a great night.
Also, she put up more of a fight than I thought she would.
She did.
Yeah, we were actually talking about during the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I made the comment of as her entrance, which honestly I think that might have been my favorite entrance of the night.
It was
the equivalent of
winning the Super Bowl,
carrying their flag into the stadium. She had a lot. She had so much pride on her face.
Remember WrestleMania 2 years ago when Bianca made event against Sasha?
And they sat there and cried.
First ever women's main event featuring 2 black women. First women's main event of the new era of WWE. Like, all of that emotion encompassed was exactly how I felt watching Zelina's match.
Well, and you also got to think Zelina Vega, because the WWE doesn't travel to Puerto Rico for shows like this.
Right. Well,
and big-time matches like this. This was something they never thought would happen.
Well, we talked about, too, last night. Zelina's been with NXT, I think, for 6 years at least? 4 or 5?
Yeah.
We'll say 5 years at least. There has never been talk of a WWE major pay-per-view in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, since 2005.
So since she could have started, that could have never been something that was ever on the table until it just was.
And because Rey Mysterio, she's impressed Rey Mysterio a lot. I believe that Rey Mysterio had a big hand in getting the championship match up off the ground, especially from Zelina Vega.
That's who won last night.
Well, here's the deal. Buddy Matthews is a fucking savage. Did you see his Twitter post?
Yeah, right.
Rhea Ripley posted a picture of her and Dominic with Dominic's hand showing her butt.
Yeah.
And she had Dom written on the back of her tights. And someone was like, oh, that's pretty cool, this, that, and the other. And Buddy Matthews wrote, you can point at it. I get to touch it.
You're goddamn right, Buddy Matthews does.
So you see he's got such a good sense of humor about the whole situation.
And then Aleister Black's follow-up tweet with Zelina Vega after the match when he said, regardless of where you are, this was your moment forever.
Yep.
What a class act.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Of course, Rhea Ripley wins with the, what does she call it now? Riptide.
No.
One with the Riptide. Still, SmackDown Women's Champion, even though she's on Raw.
And even though Bianca is the Raw Women's Champion, she's on SmackDown.
Yeah, which is going to be a shame when they... thank you, Riptide, he says. Zelina's ring attire was on point, yes.
100%
very much
agree.
so. Wrestled her tail off and almost won. She did. And she dedicated the match to the memory of her father who passed away just this past year. She killed it. We would give it 6 stars if we could. But what did we...
I suggested we give it at least a 4, but you guys... You wanted 3 and he wanted 4, so I settled at 3.
That's right.
That's
right.
3.9.
Yeah, and I was just going to round it off. Yeah. So regardless, here's the deal: the match was great. There was not a bad match all night, regardless of what star count they get. They were all really, really, really good matches.
Yes.
Let's go to the next one. Also, like I said, congratulations to Zelina Vega. She really deserved it.
Yeah.
And Rhea Ripley made her look like a star. I'm sorry. Zelina's father was one of the victims who died in 9/11.
That's true.
Oh,
I thought that they said something about... I could be right. No, thank you.
We downrated that because something to do with the ending.
No, that was the Bailey Rhea Ripley.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
there's one of
that when they didn't let her come out for the 9/11.
That's right. That's right. Yep. All right. Here we go.
Whatever you expected this match to be, it was better than that.
Here's the deal. Can we stop calling Bad Bunny a musician and just start calling him a superstar?
I mean, we should have called him that last year at WrestleMania.
Here's the deal. The dude put on a better match than people who have been wrestling their entire fucking life.
He proved he was double tough. He took every spot with grace. He took his offense well.
That entrance.
The
crowd singing his song like he was, what did you say earlier, equivalent to Michael Jackson wrestling in the 90s?
This would have been the equivalent to Michael Jackson wrestling Jake Roberts in 1987.
Yeah.
That's how big this match
your
was.
guys' opinions on something that's already been stirring all over the place, and
Yeah.
that is the comparison of Bad Bunny to Logan Paul. Because
Bad Bunny's better than Logan Paul.
I put Bad Bunny over it. Like, not necessarily, not to put them against each other, but they're...
Here's what I'll say to their comparison. I could use Logan Paul more regularly and draw concessional money. But I could use Bad Bunny infrequently and draw just as much.
That's because Bad Bunny has a real job.
Right. Well,
Logan Paul, he has a real job, but it's not the same.
I'm just saying, as far as fan appeal, while Bad Bunny is the greatest recording artist ever, right now, inarguably.
Take all that away. Take all that away.
Oh, you're talking about just athletic.
Just as simply,
to see Logan Paul comes in, he's athletic and stuff, but he's not necessarily an athlete of certain different sports and things. Then you have Bad Bunny, who is basically the same thing, but you can see the difference in the work that was put in.
Now, I don't disagree with that, but I do have a counter argument to the overall point. You could book Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns for the world title and it'd sell a ton of tickets. And people believe that Logan Paul might be the guy. I do not, in my opinion only, let me speak for myself first.
Okay.
You could not book that same match with Bad Bunny and have people believe that Bad Bunny's going to beat Roman. Now, that being said, I walked in last night expecting Bad Bunny to win because of where they were.
Right.
But if you wanted to pick, if he'd have fought Damian Priest in Brooklyn on a show closer to the Rumble, you would have gone Damian Priest all day.
Yeah.
This happened with the right timing, the right amount of appeal in the right place. I think Logan Paul is better overall than Bad Bunny in that regard. Make sense?
Would have to he could belong there if he wants to.
Absolutely. But
Logan Paul he's nothing more than a fish to draw people in.
Okay, but let me counter that with one consideration. If that were the case, why did you need two separate Legends appear?
Well,
when you hold on, let me
build the story.
But you did not need that much pomp and circumstance when you booked Logan and Roman.
Yeah, it's true.
The difference.
You see what I'm saying?
The difference is in America on this side.
God bless it.
Where we aren't familiar with Bad Bunny.
Right.
That's where the legends come into play.
That's where the difference
totally
is
fair.
Because Logan Paul is very well known over here.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny was not. They had
unless you listen to that kind of music.
Well,
they had to draw you in to make you want to see it.
Right.
And now we have seen it, and we know that he is a humongous superstar.
Right. Well, and I agree.
Hold on.
I don't disagree.
Jarrett the Devastator says, "Can we talk about having a match between those two? I'd love to see it."
I was actually thinking that.
That's what I said last night. I said that 2 months ago.
Yeah.
We need to get a Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny match, not at SummerSlam, at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
WrestleMania. One off on night one.
Yeah.
Let the two celebrities, which, by the way, would be the first time the WWE ever did that.
It's two celebrities.
Where they were two attraction matches that are not from wrestling against one another. And that match would draw a ton of money.
They used to do it on MTV all the time.
It would. You know what? I remember that. It had a what was his name? Hold on. I'm Johnny Gomez.
And I'm Nick Diamond.
Yeah. Who was a referee?
Mills Lane.
He'll allow it.
He's different. He's changed.
You were saying.
Anyway, my take on that whole thing is Bad Bunny shows to me, and this is just my opinion, that he wants it more than it's more of a dream for him than it is for Logan Paul.
But you really can't make that argument, though.
See
Logan
that he
Paul
wants it. He's doing it because that's.
But in that same vein, Logan Paul showed up conditioned, in great shape, worked hard.
No, he did.
Busted his ass.
No doubt.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that Bad Bunny is on the road touring.
Actually, I would
Logan Paul did it for the pop.
But I would like to counteract.
Did it for the love of it.
Allow me to counteract my own opinion. Logan Paul was already an athletically inclined person before he came to the WWE.
Yes.
And Bad Bunny wasn't.
Yes.
Right.
Bad Bunny put in the work to get that tough. So on that, I can cross that hair. Yeah.
Also, you got to think he's on tour on the road with this music, all these. He's back on the road, back on tour, doing his thing.
Yep.
Logan. But let's get to the big parts of this match. First off, being Carlito makes the return in Puerto Rico.
I like to point out that Luke called that.
I did.
When we were talking about the Colon family, Luke even said, "Let Carlito show up tonight."
Yep.
And by God, he did.
Yep, he did. He didn't disappoint me.
No.
But he wasn't the only man.
No, he wasn't.
To show up.
Savio motherfucking Vega, the genuine original Puerto Rican wrestling legend himself. What a fucking cool moment.
It really was. And here's the deal. It was good seeing Savio on TV. I'm not gonna lie. It was really, really, really worth seeing.
Yeah.
And of course, Bad Bunny, not only what we got.
Logan Paul is a douche. At least Bunny does it for the fans, unlike Paul, who doesn't care one bit about the fans. Hold on. Let me stop you right there. Paul has to care about the fans because that's the only way he makes money, number one.
Yes.
He's got way more social media involvement than other people.
Yes.
So he absolutely cares about the fans. Number two, saying that he only did it for the fans is wrong. Because if he only did it for the fans, he would have done it the one night at WrestleMania with The Miz and been done with it.
He doesn't care about the fans. He only cares if the fans pay attention.
But let me counter that with this on top of all of it. A professional wrestler, what's the first word?
Professional.
What's it about?
Wrestling.
What's the second thing about?
Money.
Making money. If Logan Paul showed up and they said, hey, we're going to pay you $300,000 a match for 3 matches ending in a $900,000 contract, and he signed yes because that's enough money, he did the professional wrestler thing to do.
He did.
I just want to say, don't say Logan Paul doesn't give a shit, because he does. He just gives a shit in a way that benefits him, and that right there is the most professional wrestler fucking way to live, baby.
Oh, no, let's be fair here. Hold on. That, to me, is buying into the character.
He already has shit against him. He has to buy into that.
He has to be a heel. He'll never be a good guy.
Yes.
Ever.
That is...
Which he shouldn't be. No, he's still young.
That has become his gimmick, whether he wants it or not.
But
that's his gimmick.
But right there, what they said.
You have to play into it.
He's still young. He's richer for his age than most adults are. He is cocky. He is condescending. Of course he's a natural heel.
He might not be as much of a dick as everybody thinks he is when the camera's
Kid
on.
made a mistake.
But when it comes to making money,
Kid made a mistake.
Do your job.
That has become his gimmick.
But here's the thing. Most people, just because he's a YouTube celebrity, think he's a douche. Like, that's your immediate thing. He's not a real celebrity. He's just a douchebag who got famous on the internet.
I think he's a douchebag because of some of the stuff.
Oh, I don't disagree with that at all. I'm just saying your initial reaction. If you've never heard Logan Paul's name outside of anything, not even wrestling related, but in the general purview, most people would just say, "Oh, that's that dickhead who got famous on YouTube."
That might just be because we're old.
Derek says yes. Carlito and Savio, they were amazing. They both looked like they could still go if they wanted to. To which John responds on here as well. Think about what you just said. You would say, yeah, for big money. Come on, dude. You didn't even mention the fans. You said money.
Yeah.
He's a heel. The fan's not going to. He's not going to come out and kiss the fans' ass.
It's not about the fans. It's about making money. This is a business. It is not me coming out as a heel, especially giving a shit what the people in the crowd think. As long as they paid their ticket and I got my paycheck. I never went home at night being, oh man, I wish I was a babyface so the fans would like me. I went home going, that promoter was $25 short of my
10,
fucking PO.
20, 30, 40, yeah, that's how that goes.
Y'all can turn this business into whatever you want as far as following your dreams, that's fine. At the end of the day, the dudes who give a shit about making money end up being the best. QED, Roman Reigns, John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Hulk Hogan.
Yep. And they did it by any means necessary.
You can say all you want that Macho Man Randy Savage was a better wrestler than Hogan, and he was. Did you think that Macho Man Randy Savage made more money than Hulk Hogan for that fact?
Not.
No, the fuck he didn't.
Absolutely
this business is about money. It's not about making your fans happy. It's not even really about making you happy. It's about signing the fucking check and doing your job.
All right. So anyway, Bad Bunny wins with the Canadian Destroyer, which I think they should call the Bunny Hop. You said something about the Puerto Rican Destroyer last night, which was
Canadian.
Pro wrestlers don't work for free, let alone for peanuts. Exactly.
My man!
100%. All right, let's go on to the next match.
What's up, Jasper? You handsome dog?
We gave that 10 out of 5 stars.
Right.
Yes, 10 out of 5 stars. Yeah, it was in
we went the
level
Weasel Dooley method.
All right, we're going to go on to the Usos.
All right.
And Solo Sikoa versus the Tag Team Champions and Matt Riddle.
Real mixed reviews.
Yes. I think Bad Bunny and Priest went on too long, and that they had to shorten the tag match, which is why they were stutter stepping.
Okay, so let's take that out of the conversation.
Okay.
Let's just assume, because we don't know any better, the match that happened is the way that it was supposed to go. Just because that's what people saw.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best match on the card.
It really wasn't.
We expected it to be a house of fire the entire time.
Yeah.
It was exceptionally slow paced.
You know what the best part of this match was?
The ad says they threw 19 super kicks. That doesn't matter now. But I can tell you that visibly, I saw Kevin Owens laying on the ground for the first 10 minutes. I saw Matt Riddle laying on the ground for the second 10 minutes. I saw Sami Zayn getting every pop he could, but he was going to get it anyway. Really, the only story development, as it were, was between Solo Sikoa and Jey Uso.
Yep.
But they did all of the story development in the last 10 minutes. The last 10 seconds.
Bad Bunny and Priest kind of
wore the crowd out.
Yeah.
It wore the crowd out.
Yep.
They were at
went
that
on
point,
too long.
They were lagging, trying to stay on. They were burnt out.
Yeah.
It was a main event match, and it could have ended there and been done with. And even I think we were even at that point having trouble hanging on to that match, and we were all looking.
It was one I was
as we said throughout the night, that was going to be the best match along with the triple threat. And the ironic thing is the two matches we thought were going to be the best were the ones that were the most slow paced.
Yeah.
And I will say the story.
I'm your brother, not him.
But it took us 35 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
And it just by the time it happened, we were sitting here going, "Hit him, fuck it, do something."
Derek says that high from the Bad Bunny Damian Priest slowly somewhat fizzled out while the match was going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Duke says, "Hi guys, hello Duke.
What's up, Wayne?"
I don't know, man. It just was not. I think we gave it a 3 collectively because it wasn't a bad match.
It wasn't a bad match.
We gave it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match.
It wasn't a bad match, but not a match to write home.
The crowd not being into that match hurt.
It just kind of died out.
Yeah. Of course, Usos win.
Yeah. We had this epic moment, which again electrified the entire 30-minute wait.
Yep, we're going to see where this goes. It's going to get interesting and see where we go from there. All right, let's get into the main event.
People to have it. You had the giant, unstoppable machine, the plucky, up-and-coming babyface who fights his ass off, and we were going to have magic. The match wasn't bad.
No.
But it was not great.
It wasn't, and I think that this might have been a detriment to why that match went
Now, Luke is of the opinion, if I may speak for you,
go ahead,
that this match, the mechanics of it changed because Brock knocked himself loopy.
Yep.
Now, I wanted to point out, as I pointed out today, that this is the first time at a WWE broadcast in the last almost 10 years that when blood started being displayed, they didn't go black and white.
See, and I get that. My whole point behind it is the blood was planned, but I think that he bashed himself a little harder than he thought he was going to.
That wasn't just a little bit of blood. That was Attitude Era.
I think
blood splattering all over the place. Like, he really busted himself open.
And I think they thought that match was going to be an out-of-nowhere finish that no one expected, and it just went over like a fart.
It went over exactly like what it looked like.
I think that Cody thought that was going to be, Dusty and Vader circa 94 or whatever it was, when Dusty got the roll-up, and people would just be surprised that he outsmarted the Beast.
However...
And then nothing. The fans were just like, okay, the match is over.
However, we did give it 5 stars.
We did, because it was perfect.
And it was... I think we did that mostly because it was 10 times better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Well,
what it was.
I said starting off, here we go, when he started giving the 3 kicks, and then the 3 cutters, and then going into the 3 fucking things. I was like, okay, this is just another Brock Lesnar match. But they broke that up. Brock got some more offense on the suplexes. Only hit 1 F5.
Yeah.
Like, if you think conceptually, this is a different match than Brock has ever wrestled.
Well, and not to mention, I mentioned when they were outside the ring before it started.
Yeah.
I spoke out loud as we were getting ready to start. I was like, he's going to jump him at the bell.
Yeah.
And he did.
He did, yeah.
And he gave Cody Rhodes more in that first 3 minutes than he's given anyone anytime.
Then Brock thought about giving Jon Moxley for the entire 35-minute match they had at WrestleMania. Yeah, I agree.
Brock Lesnar, of course, loses after putting the Kimura on
Cody, and then Cody getting a roll-up.
Rolls it up into the pin.
If you remember that Cody has a legitimate background in wrestling, that's believable. Cody's not a slouch. He's not a small man.
No.
I also love the fact that the match that had blood wasn't Cody's.
Right, the match that had Cody Rhodes wasn't Cody's.
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico.
Yeah, in Puerto Rico, yeah.
Yeah. But they still got a 5 because, again, I waited for this whole match. I got up to get a drink, and by the time I grabbed my drink out of the fridge, the match was over.
Yep. Yeah. And you're like, no, it didn't.
From the time it took me to get from the couch to get a beer out of the fridge, the match was over.
Mm-hmm.
Upsetting.
Kind of like he Tyson beer, he moves pretty fast.
You're damn right. Thanks, Max.
Which means you know how fast that match
That's right, how quick it is.
All right, so with Backlash being over, what is our tally for the first night of...
everyone that I am the Season 3 reigning champion. You're welcome.
I needed a vacation.
However, that is not the case right now.
No.
In 5th place comes Big Bad John with 5 points. I'm sorry, in 4th place. I saw the 5 and what the 5. In 4th place with 5 points is Big Bad John. You and I are tied in 2nd place with 6 points. And our in-studio producer, the mighty Max Fury, comes in clutch with 7 points. However, I would like the record to state that was a gentleman's bet placed aside privately about the show as to how many times Damian Priest would slap his leg.
And here's the deal. Out of all the times we make that bet, we all shot high.
And from all the times that we've ever said it, this was the one that we all got wrong, except for Max. So Max is in the lead. The first pay-per-view down.
Yep.
Max, how does it feel? This is the first time I think you've been in the full lead, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
feel like first.
Hell, there's in 5th.
You know.
We all got the joke. We just
P.S.
It's about the same.
P.S. Don't slap these lucky charms.
Don't smoke these lucky charms.
All right, so Backlash is in the books.
Cougar.
Also, first pay-per-view of this season was a fucking epic.
On the scale of international PLEs, like we talked about before, Nick Khan, when he was first hired as the company's VP, said that his goal was to expand the reach of international pay-per-views. Their entire business model changed, but that's been his goal. Clash at the Castle, the last 2 Saudi events, the upcoming Saudi event, and then Backlash. If that's any indicator, Tony Khan has effectively earned all of his money. I'm sorry, Nick Khan, not Tony Khan.
Yeah.
What we haven't done is we didn't rate the pay-per-view overall.
5.
5 out of 5. 1,000%. Don't even need the rule of averages.
Absolutely.
5 out of 5.
Yep.
What did Derek say now?
It says, the match was good, so it can redeem the awkwardness of the Bloodline versus Riddle, Sammy, and KO. Yeah, you're 100% correct.
Yeah.
With our last story of the day, Roman Reigns, your tribal chief.
Who is he?
Your tribal chief.
I've never heard of him.
Hey, come with us to the island of relevancy.
I will not. Because wrestling has more than one royal family.
It does, but only one of them wins at WrestleMania.
Yeah, her name's Charlotte Flair.
Cody's only going to get 1 belt. Roman has 2.
Yeah. Don't remind me.
Here's the deal. Roman Reigns returns on SmackDown that just so happens to coincide with the world title tournament, triple threat matches and stuff. What's Roman got to say about it?
Well, we did see Paul Heyman's promo, 2 weeks ago? When he was like, wouldn't that belt just look great around the waist of the tribal chief?
Give it a year.
It does the whole thing, and then he's like, unfortunately, he can't compete because he's on SmackDown.
And then they put 6 guys on SmackDown.
But however, if you're Roman Reigns, right? Let's say you're in the office. Let's say you're in the office, and this was last year when you renegotiated your deal, and you were like, "Here's the thing, man.
Oh, that guy.
I know how much money is behind me. I know how much money I'm worth to the company. This is what I want.
Right.
I want to have first guy who the company decides is the next guy. Until that time, let me do this for the company. Let me be the company guy that earns the WWE their title reign under Vince's ownership. Let me be the guy to break the record. I will show up for you as long as you give me time off with my family occasionally. I will show up for all the international events, and I will do everything you ask. I'll go to the press events. I'll sign everything you want. I will put in as much work as you need from me as long as you give me what I think I deserve. And Vince says yes. And then 2 months later, Triple H goes, fuck him! New belt!
Yeah.
That's how I think Roman Reigns feels right now.
Yeah, probably.
All of his hard work to usher in this era, this idea that we've all agreed collectively has been the best thing in wrestling, especially from the WWE up until now. You have a legitimate world champion. He looks like a world champion. He feels like a world champion. The company protects him like one, and they present him like one. They make those belts, whether or not they're too important.
Yeah.
And then, because of all of his success, and because of all of his hard work, the company then books themselves into a situation where it's easier to create a new belt than it is to beat Roman Reigns. The new guy who gets that belt doesn't fucking matter. He can be the first world champion, he can be the last world champion, and no one will give a hot shit because the number one world champion in the business right now is Roman Reigns, and that's if you include fucking Tyrus and fucking Shibata.
Yeah.
Which are 2 older world titles, mind you.
Feel better about yourself?
No, fuck them. They made a mistake. They booked themselves into a corner, and they took the easy way out. Hey, look, that's great for marketing. That's especially great for branding. That's another action figure they could sell. That's another coupling figures they could sell. That's also another way they can pitch to USA Network, hey, we have you a world champion, and we can give all of the fans everything they want by making Seth the world champion or Cody the world champion, because there's not a fan in the world who's going to be mad about it. Doesn't fucking matter.
Do you know Mike Hawk, Max?
I'm kind of wondering here.
'Cause I know what Mike Hawk sounds like.
All right, well.
Mike Hawk?
Yep.
Mike, as Max, may I?
Please.
Okay. As Max's little brother and the much more unhinged member of this trifecta, I welcome you to welcome Max to eat your shit. However, you're going to have to dig it straight out of my ass because I will beat you senseless. Get the fuck off my channel and go home. Or come talk to me like a grown-up and we'll figure that out between us.
You better know?
Yeah.
Can we continue?
Block him. Fuck him. He's off my fucking show.
Maximus, I think you can do that from over there.
We want to see if that was a serious thing or.
I don't give a fuck.
Fuck him.
If it wasn't serious,
he said
they
yay.
should not have said it.
He said yay.
Okay. Okay.
I love
Probably a
trolls.
little bitch in his mommy's basement.
Hang on,
Neck
I
beard.
believe I can do it. Okay. Just gotta figure out how.
All right.
Anyway.
Let's see here. So, Roman Reigns returns on SmackDown.
I did it.
Did you already do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
go. Fuck you.
So, Roman Reigns returns on SmackDown. We're going to get to see what that is like. We're also going to get the 2 triple threat matches and a singles match.
Yeah.
SmackDown stacked.
Yeah.
Raw stacked. We're going to finally find out exactly what we're going to do with the title of what shit we've been given. That's just how that goes. Now, here's the deal. The world title, you will have another championship that will be defended on more than just 4 pay-per-views.
And I'd like to point out, too, that hold on, that's how you know you've made it big. You get trolls in the comments. I guess so.
Well, good for him.
Now, I'd like to say that I'm one of the first people who pointed out when the WWE introduced the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw, because essentially what they're doing with Roman, they did with Brock 20 years ago.
Yeah.
He beat everyone. He got drafted to SmackDown. He was the one world champion. They locked it and they introduced a new belt. If they treat it that way, there are a couple things they have to do. First, they have to unify the Universal and World title, whatever Roman has. They have to create one belt, and they have to make the World Heavyweight Championship seem important. But you only get that if you book your top guy and whatever second guy in some type of program that's going to make it seem important.
Derek says, well, in the words of Seth Rollins for Max, bye-bye, bitch.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Hey, look, I promise. Well, all right.
Appreciate that.
I gotta promise nobody I'm not unhinged, but don't come on my channel talking to my boy like that. Because out of the 3 of us, I guarantee you, I will find you.
I have no.
I will beat the fuck out of you.
Have we ever seen that come up before?
No,
not that I've ever seen.
Probably some pud.
Was it possibly Sean under a new name again?
If it was, he should have shut the fuck up.
Well, here's the deal. We already got his views, so it doesn't matter.
He was fucked up. He had to subscribe to comment.
Yeah. He can stay on the subscriber list.
Yeah, he's welcome.
He's welcome to stay there all day.
Yeah. Make another one.
As a matter of fact, Caleb,
for him to know who I am, he had to have been watching previous videos.
He's at least seen one episode.
He saw this one.
And mind you,
piss him off.
speaking of finding us, you can also find us at Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. You can follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can follow us on TikTok at Pro Wrestling Throwdown 1. You can also check out ProWrestlingThrowdown.com to access our official URL, or at Streamlabs.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown, where you can access
Match time!
the
I hope they can hear the sound.
You can access Bubba, come here. Bang! Access the merch store.
Match time!
Here's the deal. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. To join this craziness that we call a chat box on the side of this video.
Well, I wish you would.
But like helps us with the algorithm. What was that?
Hey, answer. Wife was calling. Well, buddy, what you do in the privacy of your own room is your business. Wait for it. Wait for it. See what you did? You fucked it up. Derek the Devastator was waiting with bated breath until you ruined it. You prick.
Look what you did. We're trying to keep people here.
Trying to get people to watch this gobbledygook that we put on.
I got to make sure they hear it right.
You can't hear it right.
And you're sitting right next to him.
Check your batteries. Anyway,
with that,
join this macabre. Every dollar you spend, every dollar you donate. Right now, if you, from the top of the show to the end of the broadcast, get you 4 entries into the free merch giveaway.
4 times the entries.
4 times the entries. Into the free merch giveaway. Not a free munch.
At the end of May,
play your cards
giving
right.
away a keychain.
Yeah, at the end of May, we get the keychain giveaway. Will all of you shut up so I can do this pitch?
Now!
We also have the Autism Awareness t-shirt. We have the Pro Wrestling Throwdown tank top. We have the Pro Wrestling Throwdown keychain, which goes on with our free merch giveaway at the end of May. We also have the Pro Wrestling Throwdown that shirt.
That is the 4th of July shirt that will be available on June 3rd.
Yep. And we have the Pro Wrestling Throwdown chocolates, which Max said apparently they went off sale, but I want them back on sale.
I think that either ended on the 3rd or today.
Well, you better fix it.
Either way,
all of the shit you get me about Cinco de Mayo, I want my fucking chocolates on.
He also wants a serape if you can find one.
If you can make a Pro Wrestling Throwdown serape into sombrero, I'll wear it.
Wolfie says the merch store is awesome, so I highly recommend buying merch.
Agreed.
You better wear those shoes, man. You get the shoes yet?
Yeah, no, the flip-flops are on sale till tomorrow.
I
thought today was the 8th.
Hey,
oh, yeah, no.
If you're another Hispanic person watching the show, buy my chocolate and fuck these guys.
Where you can also throw them at your haters.
I'm just saying, my mom did it for years.
It's a small price to pay for some hatred.
Us,
well, she didn't throw them at me as much as she hit them with me, but...
Hit him
hit
with
you with them.
No. She hit them with him.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't. But she.
Whose mom are we talking about here?
Well, I know how much.
I didn't get hit with a shoe.
I know how much you like flip flops. You know, with all the toes that you like to suck on.
Fucking hate all of you.
I don't like that.
I fucking hate all of you.
I don't like that at all.
Sweet, he's gonna wear them.
Pour a beer.
I'm not that guy.
All right, now
I'm
that
a lot of the guy, but I ain't that guy.
Now that we've shilled,
Wolfie said he's gonna wear his. It's what time?
What time is it?
It's that time.
Time for what?
Everybody's favorite part of the show.
Oh, is it time for everyone's favorite segment of the show?
Hammer time.
It's time for birthdays.
Bullshit.
Max,
Bullshit.
take it away.
A little delay
Okay.
there. Speedy, you got a real life delay. Point the other way.
Well,
Anyway.
as always, we're gonna start with. I'm sorry, I had to get my computer cut up here. As always, we will start with the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, our tribal chief, and head of the table.
Head of your mama's ass.
At 985 days.
985
days.
The new Mr. WrestleMania.
1,000 days is just right around the corner.
Fuck him in 1,000 days.
Speaking of 1,000 days, I heard a rumor about Roman Reigns. Max, what was that? Something for SummerSlam? Somebody challenged Roman Reigns?
Yeah. Conor McGregor. Challenged Roman Reigns to a match at SummerSlam.
I'd be okay with this.
Endeavor can make it happen. I don't know that it's going to work out. I mean, McGregor will get paid for it.
I think that's probably the only reason why.
I think fans will be into it, but I don't believe that would be something that's going to really send the crowd home.
185 days?
985.
900, but yeah.
All right.
985 days. Well, next we're going to talk about Gunter.
All right.
That's my tribal chief.
301
which you shouldn't look into that much.
days today.
301 days today.
Last week, he was tied with the Valentine.
Greg the Hammer
Valentine, sorry. He passed him at 285 days, pushed him out of 5th place. And then
Gunther will end up being the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history.
It has to.
I have no doubt.
And just shy of another 100 days, he'll pass up Don Morocco. And then shortly after that would be Macho Man. Then shortly after that is Pedro Morales. And then the Honky Tonk Man is only just shortly after that. So why not just keep going?
Well, that match will be sponsored by Connor's Whiskey, says Derek the Devastator. Yeah. Hey, you know what? They pay for it. They get the match.
All right. Here we go. We'll get started here.
All right. Time for birthdays. We're going to start out. Well, I wanted to get... Oh, hang on, Caleb. Hang on. Because while would have been Owen's birthday, I wanted to make sure that we got this one out of the way first so that we can, get it out of the way and get on with the rest of the show.
That's terrible. That's terrible. You should be ashamed of yourself, Max.
Not everybody will understand. It's okay.
Only wrestling fans who watch this show.
Yeah, they're not going to be the least bit offended that you insulted Owen Hart.
Owen Hart, 1965 to 1999.
In the ring.
Yeah.
He kept it in the ring.
Right here. Right.
He sure did.
It's right here. Turnbuckle.
Unfortunate.
Right here.
All right, you're going to make me do it. Why is the Blue Blazer the worst superhero ever?
Why is that, Caleb?
Because his only weakness was gravity.
You lose a point for that automatically.
Somewhere, sometime, someplace, Chris Benoit just cried just a little bit.
No, we do have a few birthdays today.
You cry about shit.
We're losing so many subscribers today.
We've got more viewers than we have in a while.
Or you're gaining them.
Is that Tama Tonga? Or is that Tongaloa?
That is Tongaloa.
Tongaloa! He's the other half of GOD, Gorillas of Destiny.
Yep.
Multiple-time NJPW World Tag Team Champions.
Part of the Bullet Club at one point.
I do not believe he has any single titles runs in NJPW right now. That being said, I think he is in his earlier 30s, so I'm going to say 34.
35.
How about 40?
No
today.
Shit.
40 years old today.
That means
yes.
Him and that. But hold on, though, because that means that him and Tamatonga are older than the Usos.
Look, even he's acknowledging his tribal chief.
They're from different islands.
Current open weight champion.
I would not recommend you did that. No, Tamatonga is the current open weight champion.
Tongaloa
is still hurt.
Yes, I was just pointing out.
You fucking come on my channel talking stuff.
Put it in your mouth.
Eat it.
Also, with birthday today.
All right.
We have 3 more today.
All right.
That's that guy from Ring of Honor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he once wrestled in Ring of Honor.
Kevin
Steen.
Patrick.
Kevin Steen.
His name Patrick.
There's a D. There's a D on there. So Kevin
Dean.
Durant.
Dean Donut. Swan.
Samsonite.
I was way off. The fact that all 3 of us took that long to get to that bit is fucking upsetting.
Yeah, but then again, it shows commitment.
Anyway, that's Kevin Owens, multiple-time Ring of Honor World Champion, former WWE World Champion.
You know what the O stands for?
What?
Oh, here comes Kevin Owens.
That's a long way of saying it. Anyway, Kevin Owens is Ooh, 38.
39.
How about 39 today?
Good job, baby.
That's 2, by the way.
You
All right, who we got next?
That is
You old
Angelico.
It's what?
Angelico. You know, Jack Evans' friend.
It's Angelico, Max.
What? What?
It's Angelico, Max.
What?
I'm sorry. Do I need to stop my foot and bang on a drum? It's Angelico, you prick.
No, it's clearly spelled Angelico.
I don't believe it is, actually.
Beat his
Anyway,
actual football.
fuck him. He's also a bad worker.
35.
It's so fun to make you angry.
30.
It really
It's so
is.
easy, too.
Luke said 35. I said 30.
How about 36?
I get another point.
I don't know. Fuck.
You get your ass kicked.
Who we got here?
Who's that?
You know who it is.
Is that Bill Osby? That's fucking Bill Osby, ladies and gentlemen.
Last birthday today.
The Queen of the Pearls, or the Pearl of the Queen's Navy. He is. Fuck him. He's a high flying. He's my favorite. Hey, by the way, you wanted to watch a wrestling match? Watch Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega. That's my favorite. You know what pisses me off? Is I spent months talking about how much I was going to hate that fucking match, and I was so wrong.
Yep.
This was real good.
It was real
Also, fuck Bill Osby. Will Ospreay, multiple champion. I'm sure places where people watch him. He's 20,
except for that one title Kenny Omega took.
I'm gonna say he's 29.
30.
How about 30 years old today?
God damn!
I'm impressed.
You are killing it.
I'm impressed with
That
myself.
blew me away.
Did you look at my list earlier?
No, I'm just doing really good. Hey! I'm upset that you would think that I cheated.
I didn't think so.
I know you, motherfucker. Don't lie to me.
I know you would. I just didn't think that you did.
Go for it. Beard oil. It makes you look greasy even when you are greasy.
I just feel like there's a whole family of birds. Just a whole kit and caboodle of birds that live in his beard.
You have to
That
cover
you never
tar
see
and potato crumbs.
until they pop out smoking a cigarette, talking to one
Hey,
another
what's going on?
about how useless Johnny Gargano is. All of the birds in his beard hate Johnny Gargano. That needs to be the most important message of the
Some
day.
people do.
Yeah.
What else would you think he is?
34? No, 35.
37.
He will be 38 tomorrow. On the 8th.
Wow.
5-0. Not nothing.
This is the most accurate this man has
Ever
been.
been.
On the show,
Yep.
and I have not taken that
Yeah,
away from him.
We got
It's
a
a good
shit
pay-per-view
ton of
last
birthdays though.
Okay, who we got
we
next?
got
Let's
plenty
be
of time
fair.
to catch up.
On the overall, I've been beating his ass at this game for like 3.5 years. He might get me on the pay-per-view points, but I'm the birthday king. So you let this giant bastard.
Try to get it.
Hey, you let him have a good week.
Try to get this next one.
All right.
Also on the 8th.
That's Shelton Benjamin's arch nemesis. Please let that be the right one that works at
No.
WWE. God damn it.
That woman just wrestled Bianca Belair last night on pay-per-view.
Dumb.
God, you're
What?
stupid.
I realized as I was saying it, I
What
was
the
taking a
hell
risk.
is wrong?
You were thinking
I
Maya.
knew it wasn't Oscar.
Well, that's only because her hair's long.
That makes me look so bad. I'm so sorry.
Do you want me to go first?
I wish you would. Please recover this.
Io Sky, former NXT Women's Champion,
Yeah,
former
Io
WWE
Sky.
World Tag Team Champions, and I'm going to say 38 years old.
30 years old.
You fucking overshot it, Luke.
Did I?
Yes. Sure.
Only because I went over. All right, who we got next? Oh, that's William Regal.
That is William Regal.
That is Sir
on the
William Regal.
on the 10th.
Former WWE European Champion, former WCW Television Champion,
Tag
former what was the company in the UK? Sports Unlimited.
Also, Raw
One of
Tag Team Champions.
One of the genuinely best technical proficient wrestlers in the history of the business.
One of the longest reigning TV champions of all time.
55.
I think he's a little bit older than that. 57.
He will be 55 on the 10th.
Ooh!
If you would have got that one wrong, I'd have been upset with you.
I know me some William Regal, baby. Yes, baby. I'm eating this pasta salad, too. Fuck.
You're welcome.
It's my show. Not give a fuck. You want some? Can't have none. What?
Mike Hawk might want some. Let's see if we can get back all of him.
Yeah, well, Mike Hawk wants a lot of things.
How about the 11?
Do what?
Is that Billy Kidman?
That's Billy Kidman.
Fuck Billy Kidman. He's a flat earther.
You're a flat
So
earther.
are you.
Damn, no. Do not play with me today. You two.
Are you
Can
sure?
I play with you? You're a flat earther.
Maybe later, but no. That's Billy Kidman. He broke Chavo Guerrero's neck. And I wanted y'all to know that. Remember?
He did.
Remember that storyline?
He did.
On SmackDown. Yeah.
He sure did.
Billy Kidman was a member of the Flock. What?
What's that above your head, Caleb?
Is that on the what's on the show here? What are we watching?
It says "Love Flat Earth" above your head.
No, we don't.
Hold on, wait a minute. That's so
And you
nice.
love every bit of it.
Goddamn right I do.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, it's a good way to remember
Anyway,
her.
They hit me in my
Very good
titty.
way.
darling, if I wanted to remember, I'd dig a rock out of the garden.
Billy Kidman. I'm gonna go cool 50 for Billy
She's not
Kidman.
on here.
40.
What'd
You
you say,
saying
Luke?
40?
40.
50.
He said 50, I said 40.
How about 49?
Oh, yeah! You're welcome.
You're allowed to win
On
some
the
days.
11th.
I knew how adjacent Billy Kidman was.
Also on the 11th,
That's my fucking Bobby Roode.
I did Bobby Roode.
Injury report. Injury report on him says he's going to be out another year, possibly two.
A former Impact World Champion, former TNA World Champion,
Former NXT World Champion.
former NXT World Champion, former X Division Champion, former Impact World Tag Team Champion.
United States Champion.
Was a member of Tag Team with Dolph Ziggler. What was the name of it?
Oh.
They had a name.
Oh, I forget. The Dirty Dogs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fucking great by the way. When he was
Yeah.
when he was Dolph Ziggler's bodyguard
Yeah,
on NXT,
Yeah.
when Dolph was the NXT champ, great.
I agree.
Robert Roode,
He's up there. It's not quite up there.
44.
46.
Bobby Roode would be 47 years old.
God damn it! I was gonna say 46 the first time.
It's back. You feel it? You feel it?
Would you get it out of my ear?
Next, we go to.
Okay.
We're going to go to the 12th.
Okay. Is that Kushida?
That is Kushida.
I'm glad it was somebody.
Well, I almost said Akira Tozawa, but the screen's way far away from me. I'm glad I got it right the first time.
I'll say Kidman is 42. Beer money, John Wagner said.
Yeah.
Yeah, beer money. One of my favorite.
Kushida, accolades go on and on for Kushida. I'm going to sit here and pretend like I know them all because I don't. So.
Go ahead, motherfucker.
I'm
Why don't
gonna
you cover
say-
Japanese wrestling for a second?
I'm going to say Kushida is 37.
38.
Kushida will be 40 years old on the 12th.
I knew you'd been around a while.
Motherfucking Jimmy Wang Yang.
Yeah, it is.
He was also part of the Young Dragons in
Yes, he was.
WCW as
I'm a bad age guesser, Derek says.
No.
Me too. Not today, but usually.
Jimmy Wang Yang is 53 years old.
Jimmy Wayne Yang is 54 years old.
Jimmy Wayne Yang will be 42 years old.
Jimmy Wang Yang can go fuck himself. Is what
He
he could do.
he was really young then when he was wrestling, wasn't
That's what I was thinking. When I looked
Yeah.
this up, I was like, well, holy shit.
Hold on.
he?
He was part of the Young Dragons in
99, 2000.
which would have been 23 years ago. And he's how old?
He would have been 20 years old.
42 years old.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
That's fucking disgusting.
Insane, though, ain't it? Yeah.
I know, right?
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's insane.
I seen that when I looked it up. I was like,
20 fucking goddamn, and he was part of the.
Yeah.
If people forget, he was part of WCW's late tag team
when-
division all the way through.
Yeah.
When we were watching him and his what we would have considered his prime run,
He was only 10 years older than we were.
yeah.
He's only 4 years older than me.
Oh yeah,
I
you're an
know.
old fuck.
Fuck
Boudreaux?
That
yeah.
is Scarlet
They're
Bordeaux.
all fucking trashy.
Well, I do like my women a little on the trashy side.
Can confirm. Can confirm.
Can't
Scarlett Boudreaux.
In a midlife crisis.
That's the TikTok way of saying it. Yeah, he's right.
Oh, okay. I don't do the TikToks.
I do. I don't even have an account.
Well,
I have an account, but it's only
considering
for the
you
show.
call it the TikTok, I think we all know that
You sound like an
use it.
He said it, not me.
He said that's the TikTok way of saying it. He said he
Yeah.
did not say the TikTok.
Yeah.
You did.
Well, here's the deal. How old's fucking Scarlett?
I don't do the TikTok.
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked it. I really couldn't tell you. I'm going to say Scarlett Boudreaux is 34.
35.
She will be 32 years old on the
Damn.
13th.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yes. If you want to fight
I
Karrion,
mean, probably
if you wanna-
not,
if you
'cause
want
I
to
don't
fight
wanna fight
Karrion
Karrion
Cross,
Cross about
and, you know,
Okay,
you do
it
that,
is-
and I'll make sure she's safe and out of the way.
Or I just
Yeah,
have
you
to
will,
hide
maybe.
from Karrion Cross really well.
Either way. Hey, is that
It
fucking...
is 4 to 6, and we've got a couple handfuls of
God, he got
celebrity
old.
birthdays.
Weren't we just talking about road trip like last week?
Rat race.
No, road trip.
Oh, yeah, he was in
no,
Road Trip,
because we
too.
do it all the time.
Yeah.
Wow. What is his name?
Breckenmeyer.
Breckenmeyer. God, he got old.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
He was in the show last year on Amazon Prime where he played a real serious stepdad. And it was really awesome to see him break out of a comedy role as an adult. Because I forgot he was an actor until I saw him.
I've been on TikTok too long. Glad I'm on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here. Be honest with you.
50.
Ooh. 46.
How about 49?
Damn,
Today.
very nice. Wow.
Today.
Today.
Happy birthday.
It's the day after yesterday, but the day before tomorrow. Is that to my fucking arrow?
Yes, tomorrow on the 8th, that is Stephen Amell.
Why is that a wrestling birthday?
Because he was...
We're done with wrestling
Celebrity
birthdays, Caleb.
birthday, dumbass.
No.
He wrestled.
No? Why is that a wrestling birthday?
Oh,
Dumbass.
Because he wrestled. He wrestled Cody Rhodes
Where?
at SummerSlam in a tag match. His partner was Neville, and it was Wade Barrett and Stardust.
He was also featured in a six-man tag match in All In, which is the AEW considerably inaugural event,
Also,
right, I
he
forgot about all that.
was the reason Cody left in the first place.
and is the lead in a show called Heels, which is about what, Luke?
Professional wrestling.
So when I
That's
say
right.
that's a professional wrestling birthday,
I forgot about all that. I
Max.
just love him an arrow.
Stephen Amell is 36.
Stephen Amell is way older than that. I'm going to go 37 just to be on the low end.
Stephen Amell will be 42 tomorrow.
Good for fucking Stephen Amell.
Yeah, he did no shit.
He looks better
Him
at
and
42
his
than I
brother
look at 32.
Him and his brother Robbie.
He probably doesn't
Don't leave
appreciate
out
it.
Robbie
They're
Amell,
cousins.
or whatever.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic actor in his
Yeah.
own right.
Who's this broad?
That is Wendy Crewson.
Oh, yeah?
Was she a lawyer on that one show you were talking about that one
She
time?
was
Max, if she was a fucking security guard in one
okay,
movie
look,
you've
I
seen-
didn't have very many birthdays to choose from for this day. And she's about the only good one. She was the wife in Air Force One.
Motherfucker.
She was the
The wife
lady.
Yeah.
in the most obscure Harrison Ford movie.
Dude, that was really, really good.
It's still the most obscure one.
Well,
And you didn't pick the fucking leading actress who was opposite hero 3 fucking times in the movie.
So how old is she? How old is
She's
It
fuck
was,
Max. That's
it was
how old
all-
she is.
Like
She's-
recognized.
All right, hold on, real talk. She's 70 years old.
She's not 7.
That's a crock of shit.
By the way, I love Air Force Ones. Just saying.
So I didn't say I didn't love it. I just said motherfucker had Indiana Jones.
But it still registered in your head, didn't it?
You had Indiana Jones.
You
had Star Wars.
Register in your head. Did it register?
Yeah, because I've seen it before. Hold on. Have you ever seen Air Force One in your life?
Many times.
A bajillion fucking times.
All right then. You know what? What about you?
What's up?
Nothing. No one's talking. This episode is also brought by our new sponsor, Pip and Strong-Handed. There's a real easy way that you keep
Big
that
Fat
stuff.
John knows how to make urns.
All right,
That you keep the hair strong. You lace that motherfucker up real tight, then you smack your best friend when he's not paying attention. Hey, Max. Fuck you, Luke.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm fucking.
Would you get rid of my mother, please?
There we go. All right. Who we got? Oh, Rosario Dawson.
Sin City, she is the voice of. And I don't watch Star Wars, so
Ahsoka,
whatever the fuck her name is.
Ahsoka Tano.
Yes.
Ahsoka Tano. You son of a bitch,
motherfucker! That is a made-up person's name.
You know how Asuka spells her name? Exactly like that. Ahsoka Tano.
That is not a real person's name, and that's the one you managed. Ahsoka Tano from Star Wars. What's her name? If you say Rosario
Dawson. Fuck you.
That being said, Rosario Dawson is
43. Dawson is 44, and her friends there in the picture are probably 4 years apiece.
That's right.
Rosario Dawson will be 44 years old.
Motherfucker!
Astrid says you guys made me laugh so hard I shredded my hand on a microplane.
Oh no!
That makes it 10-4.
Derek, ask him about Meltzer. The rant is priceless. Derek, do not ask me about Meltzer. I'm just as a favor. God damn it!
Look, he got all flustered because he said Meltzer. You asshole! All right, who we got next?
We've got about 8 or 10 more here.
Oh, so good. Who is that?
Daisy Ridley.
Oh, who is that?
That is Odette.
Oh, I have no idea.
I'm sorry, Odette.
Okay. Where's she from?
Oh, is it?
I can't speak.
Luke, that's fucking Odette.
Right? That's Odette.
How the hell we know that?
Did we know that?
Odette Gusford.
Yes.
She was in, what do I have there?
House.
She was in House.
Wow.
What? House?
No.
Then what?
I've seen House. I figured you would know it because Luke's a big fan of House.
I'm actively watching House right now.
I figured.
And I don't know who this bitch is. And I know a face, Max, I promise you.
Well, you fucking get better going with it.
Well, she's 30, who gives a shit?
And there's 2 more on the 10th. So
oh, well, fuck. I hope one of them wasn't fucking Tom Hanks. A person that someone would know. I hope that the fucking sheriff in the TNT made-for-movie version of Purgatory. Can you? Oh, she was in House. Fuck! If Lori Metcalf wasn't in Big Bang Theory, I would know who she was.
Spitting on my computer.
I'm sorry. In that case, I'll
oh God.
I don't know. She's 35.
40.
If I get this right, I'm going to be so mad.
We are dramatically losing viewers.
Let them go. Who gives a shit?
They'll be back.
How old is she? God damn it.
Well, you're supposed to guess.
We already did.
I didn't hear you.
Luke said 40. I said 35. You said shut the fuck up.
You said 36.
38.
I said 35.
You still got
God damn it. And I was right anyway. I was so mad about this woman. Who's that?
That's Bono.
Oh, fuck Bono.
Did you know at one time at a concert, he come out in Ireland, and he goes, every time I clap my hands, a child around the world dies. And some guy from the front row yelled, quit clapping your fucking hands!
I'm still mad that Bono forced that CD on me whenever.
I was so mad. When I woke up and I got the fucking U2 on my fucking Apple Music. I didn't fucking pay for it.
When Bono comes up, I always think about South Park.
Yeah.
And I almost took an image of a big giant turd and put his face on it.
It's him and that fucking bitch Yoko. And then when they made it across the universe, they put both of them in the same goddamn scene.
Yep.
And with my least favorite Beatles song. They made that scene specifically so I would hate it.
Yep.
Also, how old's Bono? Who gives a shit?
Bono.
So why? But they put that bastard and that bitch in the same fucking room and they broke up the band.
76.
Not old enough. 70.
How about 63?
Definitely not old enough.
Shit ages slowly.
No point.
All right, here we go. Keenan motherfucking
Keenan!
Thompson.
One on the 10th, and then we got like 7 more.
Keenan started out on All That, Keenan Thompson, as one of the child comedians. Got a spinoff called Keenan and Kel with
Kel Mitchell.
Kel Mitchell. They went on to do Good Burger. Keenan had a brief stint on the independent film scene and comedy writing scene before he got drafted to SNL, which is where he's basically been parked, except for a couple of bit parts.
Good Burger 2 coming out later this year.
He was in Mighty Ducks.
He was wrestling Mighty
Ducks?
Ducks, yes.
Mighty Ducks 2.
And 3.
I don't think he's
three.
quite 50.
I don't know, man. I
I'm gonna
think he's
say-
more our age.
I'm going to say, well,
Your age and his age differ by
Yeah.
He's
I'm going to say he's 43.
I'm going to go cool 44.
How about 45
Damn.
on the 10th?
Also makes
I
me
almost
feel
said
old as
48, so that would have been way old.
fuck. Also makes
you
me feel
are
old
old
as
as fuck.
Who the fuck?
All right, who we got next?
Is that Emilio Estevez?
That's
That's
Emilio
Emilio
Estevez.
Estevez.
That's Billy the Kid. Didn't make you
Was
famous.
also
Hey,
in
guess
the
that-
Mighty Ducks.
That's what I was gonna say.
He is in The Breakfast Club. He's
I
also,
can't wait for number 2 either.
Young Guns.
He's also the younger,
Billy
less
the Kid.
significantly talented brother of Charlie Sheen, who happens to be my personal hero for completely
I
unrelated.
kneel at the
years.
church.
Wait a minute. What did you want to say, Tanya?
Fuck you.
She wanted to yell out the Mighty Ducks thing, and I stole it from her. I guess.
Quack, 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 quack,
You
quack,
quacking?
quack,
Somebody
quack,
quacking in
quack,
here?
quack, 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 quack,
Did you
quack.
really
So-
quack at the principal?
Yes.
I love that movie.
How old is he?
Not as old as Charlie Sheen, which means he's not having any fun yet. I'm going to say 52.
53.
How about he will be 61
Wow.
on the 12th?
Mid-60s. All right. Good for him.
61. Who got that?
Emilio-
Yes. Sorry.
Emilio's the older brother.
I thought Charlie Sheen was the older.
No,
brother.
he's the
Really?
older.
No,
She's
Emilio.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Shane's
him
a baby.
even more
Yeah.
now. That means he worked twice as
Holy
hard.
shit! It's
Ah!
Stephen Baldwin.
Let's see. Hey, kids, it's Steven.
Shares his
Can't wait
birthday
for
on
Good
the
Burger
12th.
2. It's
Yeah.
about damn time. You right. When I hear Bono, I think about the Heather's gross. Well,
The movie was good.
I'm so glad that I stayed for this episode. So wrong on all levels. I can't help but to love it. Well, thank you very much. we try real hard.
Who we got next?
That's
Oh,
Luke
I'm sorry.
Baldwin.
That is Stephen Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin. Yeah.
There are 3 of them.
Shares
You literally are
Alex-
Emilio's birthday on the 12th.
That's not. That's Alex's.
There's
He
like
was.
4 of
He
them.
was.
Biodome.
No. Well, yes,
That's
but
what I
he
was
was.
thinking.
He was young Barney Rubble.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Flintstones
was.
Go to
Yes, he
Vegas.
was.
That's what I
Also in the
remember.
movie Fled with Lawrence Fishburne,
Oh yeah.
where they were chained together.
I couldn't fucking begin.
Good
to
movie.
Tell you how old
If
he
you've
is.
never seen it, great movie.
Is he?
What's
in
what
his
they call it
60s
again?
yet?
55.
56.
How about 57? on the
Holy
12th?
shit! I got a point on that Baldwin.
Wow.
And it is
Lovely thing he is too.
Fucking Doyle's gonna be 60.
Doyle rules.
12 to 6. I don't think you can catch up.
I don't care. I've had a great time.
Hey, look!
playing Max.
Hey, look, it's the pie fucker. That would be Mr. Jason Biggs.
Yeah.
Excuse
Right.
me, do you need assistance? Sir, do you need...
Pie
Bear
fucker!
fucker! Sorry.
Jason Biggs ushered in an era of comedy that did every nerdy dude a disservice
Till Reunion. Reunion was good. Well, or Wedding, rather.
until
Wedding
I
was
started
good.
working twice as hard.
Jason Biggs is 47 years old.
40 years old. I think he's a little young.
How about 45?
That was close.
Wow.
Now I can phone
Aren't
it
they
in.
coming out with a new American movie? Like there's going to be another one.
I heard that.
We have 3 left.
All right.
Three left.
What's the score?
It is 12-7.
So I can't tie.
No.
Yeah, that's
can't catch up.
Already.
But on the 13th, we have 3 more.
Okay, who we got?
Starting with Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel. Wow. He's still alive?
Oh, I'm sorry. We have 2 more. Robert Pattinson didn't make it in my list. Unless, well, I don't have a picture anyway. Let's do Harvey Keitel.
Well, don't mind if we do, Max.
Shit. Well, I just noticed I'm missing a picture.
That's all right. He's still alive.
Don't confuse us.
81.
You're missing the picture of somebody that actually everybody would know who it is.
I know why. I didn't get the picture of Robert Pattinson because it was the one where he was sparkling in the sun and the reflection.
I got you.
I knew.
I got you.
It was going to be Twilight.
He also forgot to give the water to elephants.
We'll get
Anyway,
to him in a minute.
Harvey Keitel, you said what?
He also died in 9/11. I don't know if you knew that.
How old did you say Harvey Keitel was?
81.
What'd you say?
He said 81. I haven't said anything yet,
He
so
also
I'm going to
died in
say
Harry Potter.
7.
Harvey Keitel will be 84 years old on the 13th.
Holy
Yeah, he's
shit.
up there, bro. I thought he had passed. I
He was
didn't
the
know he was still alive.
negotiator
That
in
puts you
John
at-
Q, wasn't he?
That
Or was
puts you
okay.
at 13.
That's what I thought.
And then we have
He was also National Treasure.
we'll do
Yes.
Robert Pattinson because he's on my list. I forgot I didn't get the
Okay.
picture though.
Well, obvious answers are Cedric Diggory in the Harry Potter franchise and Edward Cullen in the Twilight franchise.
He's also Batman.
He's also Batman. I'll be honest, if he has standalone movies outside of those franchises, I'm not as familiar.
Water for Elephants, Remember Me, where he was in 9/11.
The 9/11, yep.
He also did one called Rudd or Mud or something like
I'm
that.
going to say he's 37 years old.
38.
How about 37 years old?
Good call.
All right.
All right.
All right, now I hit the picture. Who we got next? Ah! It don't matter. You can't see it anyway.
Our last birthday. That, you know, I was thinking about that because I have to resize my pictures. And as I was going through them, I thought
That's
about
just
whether or not I
restricted
needed
just
to
to zoom.
resize that because he couldn't see it anyway.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a blind joke. You want to hit the disclaimer? Or you want me to?
Great minds think alike. That's all I'm saying.
None of the views expressed here on Pro Wrestling Throwdown are shared by its neutral members. Zach's a terrible person.
I said far worse.
Well, I meant to say Max, but I fucked it up. It's fine.
I
I was really hoping as I said it.
I paused. I was like, what the fuck are you
No,
talking about?
Everyone in the room goes, oh. We were talking about my brother earlier and it just popped in my head.
Well, stop it.
I can't help it.
You're an idiot.
Stevie Wonder.
Sitting next to you.
Stevie Wonder wrote words and songs in the key of life, and you just called that man Zach. It's a good thing he don't know how to get to your house.
You're an idiot.
I knew who that was. It's weird that you're the one I forgot in this equation.
It's all right. I forgive you.
How
Did
old
you just
is
have a stroke?
gonna be?
I think he did.
Last birthday.
82.
75?
How about 73 years old?
Damn.
0.13
Damn, that's
all right. That's all right.
to 8.
This is a lot younger than I thought.
Yeah,
Tremendous.
I got you 13-8. Yes.
Absolutely.
Did you
100%.
catch up on comments or anything?
No, we're good. We're all squared away.
All right.
So is it that time now? The favorite part of this half?
Yes.
Hang on, give me 1 second
All right.
here to get
There's gonna be
myself
so
caught
many
up.
letters.
One.
This
All right,
fucking
let's do
segment.
this.
Alright.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
mad. I'm gonna be so mad.
You really are.
It's pro
You
wrestling
guys
bullshit.
ready?
Let's do
It's
it.
time for bullshit.
Are you ready?
I love how he's scooting closer.
Oh, and Caleb
What?
uh
Max.
took a trip to Bangkok
Oh,
this
did I?
week and did some exploring.
Well, yeah, in my
We
hot
got,
air balloon.
Peter Olson was able to capture some
That's
pictures.
right. It's our
and sent me to-
resident
that-
photographer, Peter
that-
Olson.
that's my crack photographer, Peter Olson.
He's a crack photographer.
Yes,
Wanted to make sure.
yes.
I used to be one of those.
Is that different from a cook?
That
Well,
is,
no, when I did it, she just turned over.
So we have a picture of
Peter, the girl named Peter.
No,
the Caleb balloon
Play with us, Peter.
floating over
You're
Bangkok.
doing with it.
And
You're doing it. You're playing it.
As requested,
Oh God.
Peter also sent us a close up.
I'll be a son of a bitch, Max.
Actually, in
You
the balloon.
You almost managed to get that picture perfectly. That's really good.
You were so far away and up in the air, he couldn't get it perfectly.
So I would just like to remind people at home that me, in my unmitigated ego, not only has a niche item like a hot air balloon, but a hot air balloon that looks just like me, so I can fly it myself.
Yes.
That sounds accurate.
And sporting the Pro Wrestling
I knew
Throwdown
no one
logo.
in this room would have my back. Well, yeah, because got to show the merch.
Pro Wrestling Throwdown, the blunt basket.
Yes.
All right, what we got next?
Okay, we had one of our viewers sent me some odd monuments.
Okay.
From around the world, and I enjoyed these very much. We're gonna maybe have some more of these. This is the Pineapple House in Scotland.
Okay.
It's really, really famous. It's actually considered one of the greatest Foley's in the UK. And
so does it have a password of pineapples to get to the front door?
Pineapple juice.
Yeah, I figured you guys would enjoy the Pineapple House.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
It's actually very, very famous.
There's only one.
You can stay. I believe you.
Literally why they built
the
building.
You can stay there.
You can stay there along with some friends.
You can go stay at the Pineapple House.
And your friends can all exchange information. And
are you saying that's where money moves are made? Is that what you're saying?
Well, not just money moves. That's just a. You should take your wife there. And
I'm down.
And just ask her to go with the flow. That's all I'm going to say.
Wouldn't be the first time he's asked that.
God bless.
All right, what we got next?
Our next one comes from Switzerland.
Oh yeah, Switzerland. I've been to Switzerland.
Yeah, twice.
Just full of twits.
Yeah,
just
you're
all of
gonna enjoy this, Caleb. This is the. I swear to God, these are real.
Okay, what is this called?
This is actually called Monument to Enema.
I just like that a man built this statue. Would you like to know why?
Why is that?
Because all of them kids is going to the wrong direction. Think about it. Take a second. That ruminate. We'll come back to it in a minute.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No, I'm sorry. I marked that.
All right, what we got next?
No.
Oh my God!
This is a picture of Caleb celebrating Cinco de
Mayo.
Live.
Was that in Switzerland?
I love you.
Who's your friend there, Caleb? Who's your friend there?
I don't know what its name is, but it looks like a giant ass. And then there's the donkey.
You got plenty of tequila there.
I am.
Now there's 4 shots there. How many did you have before that? What kind of tacos do you have there?
The Colombian kind.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that it was cocaine wrapped in a burrito. That's what you're saying.
First of all, don't shit on our business when your neighbors probably literally have a meth lab.
That's probably pretty true.
I am, for the last time, Colombian. I am not Mexican.
So after you celebrated, where'd you go?
I went home and I drank tequila by myself. Like every good Colombian boy does. I tried to call my mother, but she didn't pick up.
What's this, man?
You have to pick her up. On the fucking dresser.
This is the Hanging Man. This is in Prague.
Okay.
And I honestly couldn't really find any explanation or information to really specifically.
It's just called the Hanging Man.
It's called the Hanging Man.
While I understand the appreciation for being a modern piece of art, shouldn't it be called the Hanging On Man? Because what are you doing?
Hanging on.
I'm just hanging on, man.
Just chilling. getting ready to go celebrate with Caleb, eat some tacos.
Wow.
That's in Prague?
Yeah, I'm only
It's in Prague. Not pierogi. Prague. Next.
Next, this is another picture.
Hey, Caleb,
from
can
the
you
Bangkok.
answer me a question? Can you answer me a question? What her hair smell like?
I'm just gonna say, number one, the emu in the bath, great touch. But number two, if you found me in a bathhouse full of women in the bath with the women, that's not the face. We all know I'd wherever.
That Peter Olson was hiding so well that you didn't see him.
I never even noticed Peter Olson.
He's a crack photographer. I never knew that.
Yeah, no. Well, so I was there on business, and I did not actually want to get in the bathhouse with all of these naked Asian women.
Well, see what
I said very pointedly, I can't do that. I'm a good Christian boy.
I don't have any
And my dad would just be so disappointed if I got naked and got in this bath with these 3 Asian women
So you just went
and that giant bird. So I walked in with my flannel and jeans still on, frankly, because the emu deserved better. And I just wasn't going to disappoint Mr. T that way. So I walked into this bathhouse fully clothed.
Proud of you.
Well, you know what?
Very proud of you.
I'm all about self-restraint, Luke.
I bet
really.
you are.
I've been learning a
I've
lot
heard
about
that.
self-control,
I've heard that.
and I'm really good at it now.
I heard that you have this.
See what it looks like. Is it looks like Harold has popped up there. No one's talking to you.
Yeah, but you don't see where my hand is underneath that Asian girl with the smile on her
It's
face.
holding a cup of alcohol.
I see.
On her dick in
see.
Bangkok?
To each their own.
To each
I just don't know who's fucking the bird.
This is another monument. This is called the Child Eater.
Oh, it's Caleb.
This is in Switzerland.
Actually, it's probably most. You know what?
This is a. this is a.
My son might be watching this show.
He ain't watching.
He
ain't watching.
Fountain, and this is there. No one knows exactly what it's supposed to be. Some people.
Hold on. Can we stop for a second and appreciate Derek's comments real quick? Read them out, Caleb.
What do you
say? A giant ass and a sombrero. Can't make this up. This is just hilarious. Switzerland.
Like you're enjoying it.
I'm glad you're having a lot of fun. My son's watching. Don't tell your mother.
So it's where now?
This is in Switzerland.
And what's this called?
It's called the Child Eater.
The Child.
This is a. Some people think it's
called the Child Eater.
What's the Greek god that ate the kids?
Kronos.
Some people think it's supposed to be Kronos.
Kronos was the Greek
There's a lot of
deity.
different, but there's a lot of different theories about it, about what it could be. But it's a man of some sort eating children, and he has a bag with more children in it. This is a fountain.
But if
I
wanted to find a
Does
fountain.
it run with red water?
Hold on.
If
I wanted to
I
find a
couldn't
fountain
find a
that
picture.
wanted to eat children, I just opened my phone.
I couldn't find a picture of the water actually running, so I don't know how it looks. But
damn it. You're going straight to hell.
I can't believe you just said that.
You're going straight to hell.
Whose watch is going to be bad? Like, oh, he's wrong. No, he's not.
All right.
And we have one more monument.
Oh, tell me about it, Max. Tell me about the
Hey!
Oh, look!
It's Luchasaurus Rex.
The Luchasaurus Rex made it to Bangkok.
And the John's watch.
And the John Squatch.
The John Squatch made it.
Spin this so I can
very
see this.
well.
Look at
I'm a little
Look at that
upset
squatch of a
that
man.
John didn't make it in here.
Well, here's the thing. I was going to eat John Squatch, and then I was going to pick my teeth with Harold.
First of all, you leave my fucking emu alone.
Well, it
That's
looked
my
like,
adventure buddy.
It looked like John Squatch there was about to get Harold, and the Luchasaurus Rex was trying to make. Was he protecting Harold? Do you think?
I was going to eat
both.
both.
Been.
I was going to eat them both.
Or was he trying to get them both?
He was trying to eat them both.
You would technically be the evolutionary ancestor of the emu. How dare you? You eat your own grandchild.
Would you rather me eat someone else's grandchild?
Depends.
Is she
Let
hot?
me call my dad's dad and you and I can take a walk.
Terrible.
Yeah, you know it. I give a fuck.
All right.
Fuck it. If they're still watching, they're in for the long haul anyway.
We have one more monument, and I have absolutely no explanation for this.
Well, Max,
It's in Prague. That's all I know.
What the
and this
blue fuck is that?
That is a man riding an upside down bull.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes, the description of
you know
it
what comes
was
to
all
mind?
I could find. There was no reason.
All right, hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on.
Max, get real close to a married couple, then lay on your back.
Look at this picture. Look at this picture. I want you to think. Look at this picture. I came in like a wrecking ball.
I'm just saying. You have that much pomp and circumstance riding the bull. You need.
Wolfie says, "Yep, I'm still here."
All right. We have a few things that have come across and have been sent to me.
Did you clean up afterwards?
Okay, first of all, I never came across that.
First one is a news headline.
Why don't you read that?
So wrong.
That was the point until I read the fucking caption. Grandma uses blow dryer to make drivers slow down. Well, darling, how slow are we talking?
Kind of reminds you of our old neighborhood, right?
So well, they would use a blow dryer. They threw a gun. They would shoot it if you said the fucking
But you
buzz
said
zone.
they threw a gun.
No, they would fire it.
You said they'd throw it.
I'm aware of what I said. Because I corrected it immediately.
By the way,
what?
She's also bought her tickets for TOFest. Just so you know.
Well, where that? So
still not. It really doesn't have power over me anymore after last night.
I don't know.
Coletta was one job. Coletta, look at me. It was one job.
Stop it.
I'll sabotage this whole fucking show.
You used her government name.
The Wizard of Oz.
Wrecking Bull.
I did.
You mean Wrecking Bull?
Transported to a surreal landscape, a young girl kills the first person she meets and then teams up with 3 strangers to kill again.
That's the best way I've heard that movie described.
Enquire television writer. Was legit. I come across that. No, I have no idea where I came across that.
I'm gonna guess the Enquirer magazine.
Teams up with 3 strangers to kill again.
To kill again.
Best.
Terrible. What's next?
We have
murdered one wicked witch.
Oh my God!
Goes for her sister.
Oh,
you motherfucker!
Oh, it's Caleb celebrating Cinco de Mayo some more with some dancing.
Woo! Yeah, you are.
You ever seen that mariachi, Max?
Wow, that's.
You mean the dancers?
No, the other.
That looks pretty impressive, there, Caleb.
Yeah, what do you call that? What is that called?
They were dancing the salsa, but since they're not touching, that's a merengue. Number 1.
That's
Number
a pie
2,
that you make with lemon, right?
Go fuck yourself. I will be goddamn. If I sit here and lectured by a hoot. Attacking America.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Swallow that, motherfucker.
I just want to point out that we are back up to 12 viewers.
Yeah, we are. We're going
Welcome
strong.
To the extremely racist portion.
Derek says the real untold story of the Wizard of Oz. All right, what we got next?
Here we go. Caleb, read this one.
Hashtag who remembers. If you read that as horror members, we're probably already friends.
I did read that as horror members.
You did it the first time in your head, didn't you?
I did. I did.
You're goddamn right. That's basically just a card that I give out at the end of the month. Hashtag horror members.
Hashtag horror members.
I'm like Sam's Club, but for fun. Jordan.
It's okay. He's gonna go to the Home Depot afterwards. It's cool.
And I believe all all that's left is our Skeletor. That everybody really seems to enjoy the Skeletor, so we're going to keep going with those. Caleb did make a special request that I added for this week.
Okay.
Skeletor.
I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
All right. Go ahead, Caleb.
That's my face.
Cigarette still in your mouth. Go ahead. Why don't you read it for me, Caleb?
Come on,
Why don't you read it for the people? Do it for the show. Take one for the show.
When a pregnant woman goes swimming, she's a human submarine. Skeletor will return next week with more disturbing facts.
Until we meet again. Eat a dick, He-Man.
Well, we thank all of you for tuning in. I'm really sorry you have something better to do on Sunday night.
Come here. Come here for a second. Come back. Tell
Hey,
people.
you. Come here.
If they survive
really
this long,
bad at whispering.
Just do it. Wait, no. Let's do that at the end of the show.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in this week.
Oh, Lord.
Be sure to tune in next week. Same bad time, same bad channel, 5:15. Don't forget to find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can find us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. You can access ProWrestlingThrowdown.com to hit our official URL, or you can check out streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown, where you can access the
Merch!
and over at the also, if you we have a serious we're about to talk about suicide now.
All right. And we want to go through this one more time. Suicide Prevention Lifeline. It's easy to find. The number I have written down is 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. If you need somebody to talk to, or you just need to talk, period, give them a call. You can also find us Pro Wrestling Throwdown.
So I say, brief reminder.
Cross social
tuning in. We will see you guys next week, and always, as it is from us to you, keep it in the ring.
Keep in the ring.
Goddamn single fire.
Dude, we're sitting at the bar and he's.
Would you end this fucking broadcast?
Huh?
You heard me.
We are ended. We're not live.
Yeah, shut
We
the fuck
both know
up.
that's
We're not
bullshit.
live. It's not
I'm
live.
looking right now. We're both going live as we speak.
Is that what that red light
That's.
means?
Would you
No.
shut it off? Shut it off!
Don't you yell at me!